W. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I put a film breakdown on a page. I'm gonna put it on the man down page in a little bit. It's there's a guy that has a Facebook page. He he was a quarterback at Sam Houston State.
Yeah.
He breaks it down. He calls the play out. He breaks it down like what's going on. And he was like, "What's going on with that?" And he was like, his receivers are airing him out to dry because they not running the right routes. He was like, you could tell by where he's looking where the receiver's supposed to be, and then he's not there. He's like, and then it's jitterbuggy, and then it's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? The play is already broke down, especially if you're going off something where you got a slant in the corner, and you reading the safety coming up on the slant, and you looking for the corner, and it's not there. And you got two receivers standing in the same spot, and they just looking at each other like they're crazy. And the quarterback just standing there with the ball looking crazy. Hey man, I was got you have to understand football to understand that, Melvin. So I'm not gonna even I'm not gonna discuss that with you. But yeah, this film
I gotta understand football.
This film breakdown is clearly like he breaks down every game like this. I just found him like 2 weeks ago. But he breaks down every single game, and he shows you just key plays where the Cowboys offense, and then talking about, like the center and this left guard, Biotis and Connor McGovern, how they it looked like Pop Warner blocks. Remember how Pop Warner used to lean your shoulder into people and try to block them? Yeah, man, instead of getting your hands, bro, it's terrible, man. And you be looking at and he'd say people on TV, or he's like the average fan is looking like, Dak, what the hell are you doing? He's like, but it's a whole lot more to this.
It's funny that you say that because both me and you are fans of teams that have always been offensive driven, and it's funny to see how both our teams right now are driven by the defensive side, which is nuts. I thought you would never ever have that.
I used to talk to Melvin about this stuff for 2 years in a row. Like if the Cowboys had a defense, it would be a different team. And now they got one, and that shit is crazy. Like the defense is carrying the Cowboys, and I'm like, what? You know what I mean? But hey, I'm happy for it. I like it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it more in depth. I wanted to get into the main topic first, man. It's fresh on everybody's mind.
Yes.
Coach Prime, he hinted to it, I want to say yesterday, when he was talking to Barstool. And if you don't know Barstool, I don't know how they found the money to get Dion to partner with him, but Dion is part of Barstool Sports. That's kind of weird to me, but
I watch his podcast. So his podcast is all sponsored by Barstool. So he been making money from Barstool for a minute.
Nice. That's crazy, man. Barstool started like us, I think. You know, they started real humble, didn't they, a while back?
Yeah, but now they handing out big checks though.
Yeah, but nonetheless, he hinted to it. He said, "Man, we about to shock the whole country," and no one knew what he was talking about. And then, of course, today the news comes out that this Travis Hunter kid that plays both sides of the ball.
I was looking at his highlights, bro. I was looking at his highlights.
Corner. I don't know what he's ranked number one as a receiver or corner.
I think he's ranked number one athlete.
He's the number one athlete in the nation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he can play. He can play a whole lot of different places.
Dude, bad.
Yeah.
He now, he was committed to Florida State. He said he always wanted to go to Florida State, and somehow, some way, Dion was able to get this guy to commit the.
You say
Jackson
somehow,
State.
some way. Why the hell you think? It's prime time, baby.
It's prime time.
It's Coach Prime, baby.
Not only is it prime time, you got to think about this NIL stuff that's going on in the NCAA too. Pair it up with NIL and what you could make, and getting coached by one of the greatest to ever do it. You can't beat that, dog.
I don't have all the details on it, but Barstool has given a bag to the young kid already.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Come on, that's part of the deal, bro.
And I think it's 7 figures. So
that was part of the deal, bro. I'm telling you, that's part of the deal, bro.
Come on, man. Are you surprised? Come on, man.
So look, I'll go ahead and introduce it, and then I'll let y'all chop it up, eat the meat and spit the bones out, man. Let me and make some sense out of this, right? So
I'm not finna eat no meat. I'm gonna tell you that now.
This is how I'm gonna introduce it.
Beef, steak. I got you.
This is how I'm gonna introduce it right here. Prime time gets his greatest interception with this 5-star recruit, and guess who mad?
They mad. They big mad.
I'm gonna go ahead and play a little bit of Doug Gottlieb from Fox Sports. And he's disgusted. I can't play the whole thing. It's about 18 minutes long. I want to go play 2 minutes of it. He's mad and disgusted. I want y'all to hear this, and I want y'all to explain to me why he's so mad. Somebody
I can explain it. I can explain it without hearing.
Without even watching it, bro.
I'll listen. I don't. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. Go ahead.
Here's Doug Mad Gottlieb.
He said, "Doug Mad Gottlieb."
Pissed off ass Doug.
I
started selling dope when I was. Oh, it's my bad.
Yeah, chill out, bro.
Wait, hold on.
I bought a Cadillac and put some things on that bitch.
Well, I don't have a sound bite. It didn't load up right. I don't know.
Okay, got you.
Pretty much, I go ahead and explain how it was.
Yeah, paraphrase it for real quick.
Pretty much, he took the position that he pretty much said this is the dumbest decision that he can make, and everybody's celebrating him making a mistake. And he explained it by saying, of course, and the way I wish you could just hear his tone and the way he was laughing, like he think this is just the dumbest thing in the world. Why would you turn down a prestigious school that has a facility that is better suited for your needs in the case that you get injured or something like that? We got better doctors, blase this and that. And then if the sports don't work out, you're connected to a brand and a alumni that is deep, where you don't get all that with JSU, right? He just don't get it. He don't understand it at all. He don't like it. Explain it.
Okay, so first
take
of
your
all,
time, Corey. Take your time, bro.
So first of all, I'm going to be as unpolitically correct as I possibly can, right? Okay. This may have been true back in the 80s when historically black colleges had nothing. You know what I'm saying? Had a weight room that looked like somebody's garage and all these kind of things, right? We're talking about not only a coach that has changed the culture in historically black colleges. We're talking about Deion Sanders, probably the best corner to ever play the game in the NFL. If anybody has some pull, and I'm talking about any coach in college football, Nick Saban, any of them, if none of them can walk into an NFL locker room or walk into a general manager's office or an owner's office of any team in the NFL and sell their kid like Deion Sanders can. Nobody can. And I don't care how you try to look at it, how you try to sell it, how you try to twist it. Deion is the best thing that has ever happened to a coaching staff in a historically black college. Now, here's the thing that scares me the most, right? Deion is pulling all of these kids. This is the first one, right? His son was the first 5-star to come to come to Jackson State. Now you have this kid that's coming as a 5-star. Who knows what this kid is gonna play? My guess is he's probably gonna play corner because Deion gonna try to mold him after himself, and then he's gonna try to, he's gonna get him to be a first-round draft pick. That's my thought process.
That should be his thought process too.
Yes, it should be. and I think that's what's going to happen because this kid, I don't know if you've ever watched any highlights of him or anything. This kid can flat out ball. He can ball. He can ball on both sides of the ball. The thing about it is that there is going to be a school that is going to offer him a god awful amount of money, and it's not going to be a HBCU. It's not. And Deion is going to have a decision to make. And wherever he goes, those kids are going to follow. So this may be something that's just happening right now, But there's going to be a school because Florida State is struggling. They on a struggle bus.
Well, let's finish it up, man. I got the sound bite. I'm gonna play it.
Play it.
And then finish your thought, and then we'll let Lamar go.
Jackson State and try and build a historically black college and university into a power. But the reality is he wanted the TCU job. He is interviewed for just about every job, especially the ones in the state of Texas they would like to get. And he may well become the next head coach at Florida State, which time he would probably take Travis Hunter with him, which, of course, brings us to the whole idea of when coaches get a big salary and you get writers and fans like, why don't the kids deserve it? Like, because players follow the coaches more than the school, which is in fact a mistake. Like, look, if you just take emotions out of it, or the desire for people to see HBCUs succeed, and you just deal with actual logic, right? You have a kid who's from Georgia, could go to Georgia, an incredible top 25 public institution, or go to Florida State, which is a top 50 public institution, right? Both are amazing schools. Both have gigantic alumni bases. Both are historically significant football programs. But he chose Deion Sanders. And look, if you're a cornerback and Deion Sanders is easily the greatest cover corner of all time, I get that. I understand that. But you're signing up to play against a far inferior schedule with far inferior facilities. And like, look, part of the deal is if the kid is really, really, really that good, right? He's 6'1", 165. You know, he's obviously over his next 3 or 4 years, he's going to have to put on, 30 some odd pounds of muscle. And, with the training of Deion saying, well, like, why couldn't he be a great player? There's no reason he couldn't. But you pick your university on all of these factors, and none of them outside of Deion Sanders are a factor that would make you want to choose Jackson State over Florida State, right?
It's laughable to him that a kid would even think about choosing a HBCU when they have an opportunity to go elsewhere.
That's just a perfect example of somebody that just don't understand it. They just don't get it.
Here's the thing. He has some points, because if Deion transfers and goes to Florida State, Travis Hunter is going with it.
No doubt. That's a point. But my thing is yes, he chose Deion Sanders, but my thing is what Deion Sanders is building will mirror that point of Florida State. And
I hope so. But my thing is that's a hope right now, because Florida State is his alumni. That's where he went to school, right? All the things that he's saying right now, all those have to do with Deion Sanders, because Deion Sanders is a proud Florida State alumni, right? Okay. He got Florida State shit everywhere, right? Yeah. He was wearing Florida State stuff before he got this Jackson State job.
Right.
Now, if Florida State comes and says, hey, we're going to offer you 10 years, $150 million to come be our coach, do you think Deion is going?
I don't know.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So he has a point.
But wait. If Deion goes to another school, how does this make this decision for this kid a bad decision that he can just follow Deion?
He's gonna have to transfer. He'll have to enter the transfer protocol.
So be it.
Right now, the transfer protocol is so easy to get into.
They just say I'm gone, and that's it.
And I like that. And Dabo Swinney had an issue with that. But this is my thing, Corey Lamarzo. This is my thing. I know he may have or made some valid points on why he think this is a bad idea for this kid. However, common sense tells us that's not his motivation on why he's against the move. His motivation about it is he just don't think, or he just don't understand why black people want to prop up HBCUs and make them equal or better to PWIs. He just don't get it. Why would you even do that? And this is my thing. Yes, you can point out that the facilities are not matched, but how can it ever match that if we keep sending our talent elsewhere? So yes, 40
So
years
in
down
order-
the line, this move can look like Caesar from the Planet of the Apes. Somebody got to be the first one to say no before everyone else starts speaking proper English.
It's not that has nothing to do with the player. That has to do with the coach. Deion Sanders is gonna have to stay and help build it, and other coaches are gonna have to come too.
And I hope he does. And I hope
so that has nothing to do with the kid. It has nothing to do with the kid.
These from kids, whose perspective? From Doug Gottlieb's perspective?
I mean, no. I'm talking about from the real perspective. I don't give a damn about what Doug Gottlieb thinks about it. I really don't care because I understand. But
let me take this call.
Go ahead.
Gary, Sports Cave, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, Gary?
What's happening, Gary?
How y'all doing?
We good.
Good, man.
It's good to see you guys.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for this hat, man. You see this hat I'm wearing, right?
I see it looking good on you, bro. Man, you looking cleaner than the Board of Health.
What's your thoughts on the topic?
Man, you know I had to comment on this.
Oh,
man.
Look,
Number one, I'm gonna go back. You know, I love the history of things, and I'm gonna go back to the history of it. You know, everybody's talking about, and I've been listening to people talk about, he's not gonna have the amenities that he would have at the bigger schools, and they're not gonna be playing the competition that he would be playing, and all this kind of stuff. It's not gonna get the TV time and stuff. But if you remember, during segregation, and this is one of the reasons why HBCUs are so successful back in the day, because they had a lot of talent out there. We fail to forget that Jerry Rice, Jackson State's own Walter Payton, John Stallworth, Alabama State. We go back to a lot of these black colleges that where when segregation was kind of running everything, these guys were coming out of that. So people can't tell me that you're not going to get the talent out of these things. It's proven. We got Hall of Famers. The Pro Football Hall of Fame is full of HBCU players.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that this talent can come. I be honest with you, I like it. I like the trend.
My favorite quarterback is from HBCU.
That more NFL players like Eddie George did. Now they're talking about the coach that used to coach Cleveland, Hugh Jackson and
Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson did. More of them come over. Because the only thing that I see that is maybe a downfall is that there's not a chance to play for a national title. But you look at what Deion did this year. He brought recognition to Jackson State and to HBCU football.
Oh, Jackson State's been all over. Jackson State is all over ESPN.
Well, there was 50,000 people at the game.
It was. Yeah. It was.
A few games like that.
Yeah.
So, now I don't know if the money helped this kid, somewhat too. I'm not saying it didn't. I'm not saying it did. But my point is that who would not want to be coached by Deion Sanders?
Especially when you play corner.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You play corner. You're going to get coached by the best. And the guy, Deion's a smart dude, man. Deion is smart, man. And everybody seems to forget, this guy, Florida State they probably eating crow now. They wish they would have went on and took him. But my point is, Deion's building something there. I don't think he's going to leave for a while, man.
I hope not.
Building something. And I don't think it's just there at Jackson State. I think it's there for the whole SWAC.
Yeah.
He's building the SWAC up. And once he gets the notoriety and everything, SWAC is doing great. I think maybe he'll leave then, I'm thinking.
Man, he can have that thing
right now.
He can have that thing rocking. If he stay, he don't have to go to no big school. If he stay, he can have his own our own little world rocking with HBCUs again, and them bands and them homecomings. I mean, the first game of the season was against FAMU. FAMU known for having some decent football teams and a crazy band. Like, dude, we got that thing rocking again. And who don't like a little season on their chicken? So
there you go.
I mean, it won't be long before that junk on TV. I mean, would you rather watch Deion Sanders coach football team with a couple of 5 stars against another good HBCU and then a beast halftime show,
Yeah.
No,
Like, I mean,
I want to watch. I want them to build. I want them to build programs full of 5-star kids and go and battle these other universities and beat them.
Bigger than what we all think it's going to be.
I hope so.
I really
That's
believe
what I
that,
want.
man. This is something that's getting really, really big now.
I hope so.
So my whole thing is that, hey, let's keep going on this, because this has been going on for a long time. Because, like I said, after segregation, these bigger schools came along and plucked all the good talent out of the HBCUs.
Right.
And that was a thing that bothered me when I look back on that history. Because you had, dude, I'm telling you, I think it's a great thing. There's more parity in college football now than ever before. And another thing too, and I'll close with this, they talk about Lamar Jacksons and all these guys that's coming in with this new style of playing quarterback. This is where it all began at.
Yeah.
This is where it all began at.
Yeah.
And look, what's going to be coming back. It's coming back to the forefront.
The potential.
You either go with it or get run over.
Yeah, the potential for this thing, what Deion started, and what these other coaches, like you said, Eddie George and Hugh Jackson, what they're doing, the initiative they're doing, is the beginning of something that can be potentially huge. And I know for a fact Deion Sanders is going to get a huge contract offer, because they don't need this momentum to continue to go. They need to break it up right now, right? Because what they can stand to lose is
money.
Is millions and millions of dollars, including the 5-star athletes. They can lose it, and then once that thing start really rolling, just imagine Beyonce just coming and doing a free concert for HBCU. Just I'm coming at halftime. It's free.
Man, sometimes
hey, pro bono.
I'm gonna say this, man. I'm off the phone, man. I think this could be something good, because this is gonna draw more African Americans closer together.
Yeah.
And I really mean that. I really mean that. That unity, that power that we talk about, this can do it. So I'm all for it. Guys, always good talking with you guys. Y'all take care, and we'll be talking. Merry Christmas.
All right, thanks.
What's K, baby?
Hey, man, sometimes when you talk, man, and you say something that's on point, boy, this shit's like mind blowing. But like,
Stop.
No. I'm gonna give my brother I'm gonna give my brother his flowers when I can, because like people gotta understand, like they're gonna throw so much money year in and year out at Deion and say, like, bro, we can't have you messing up our money. They're gonna test his actual willpower to resist to that big ass check. They're gonna do all kind of under the hand table stuff. They're gonna try to poke holes in his plan, in his program. The microscope is gonna be big on him. So it's imperative that not just Jackson State University, but Jackson, the city in Mississippi, the people around the nation, they gotta support this brother, because they gonna need to get them boys graduated. They're gonna need them to keep them out of trouble, because I'm telling you, they're waiting for anything negative at all to just bomb and doodle on what Deion is trying to do.
I promise you, the first thing they're gonna go after is some kind of illegal recruiting.
Of course.
That's the first thing. That's the first thing they're going.
And guess what?
It's hard to prove it now. It's real hard to prove it, because all you gotta do is have a sponsor or anything, right? Because so you got this kid. I don't know if y'all were paying attention to it. This kid from Texas, Quinn Ewers.
Of course,
went to. So he was quarterback at Ohio State, and
got beat out.
He left. He left high school early. He didn't even play his senior year. He graduated at the end of his junior year. Left early so he could go to Ohio State and be the starting quarterback at Ohio State. And he ended up being the fifth. He ended up being the fifth string quarterback at Ohio State. And
with 3.
So he already had committed to University of Texas before Ohio State came in and wined him and dined him, made him feel good about himself, told him he might get some playing time, you know what I mean? Come up here and battle for this job. And he is now back at the University of Texas, right? But Sarkisian has recruited this kid from Sierra High School out here, Malik Murphy, who's a 5-star quarterback, right? And this kid, and he can flat out ball, right? So now you're in another quarterback competition, right? So this, but he brings this $1 million contract with him, right? Mm-hmm. So it is whoever can pay this money. That's what it's about with all of these kids. Is whoever can pay this money. So if you get more 4- and 5-star athletes that are bringing in these revenues that they can earn now, right? Mm-hmm. But and this is all because of a video game that's coming out in 2023. Y'all know this, right? This is all because of the NCAA football game. That's why these kids are getting paid this money now. Yes, you gotta pay them. If you're gonna make money off of their name and their attributes, then you have to pay the child. So exactly. So if we can bring this money to HBCUs, right? Because right now it's an HBCU. It's Jackson State. Mm-hmm. That's who's getting everything. And eventually what's going to happen is if Deion stays there, say he stays there for 10 years, right? He is going to build this program where you got 4- and 5-star athletes. He's going to mop through the sweat if they don't keep up.
Right.
And then they are going to want to move Jackson State up to 1A. That's what they're going to want to do and have them play everybody, that's fantastic if it happens, right?
Yeah. They'll mop some of it too.
I wouldn't even do it. I wouldn't even do it. What would be the point?
They're gonna do it for the competition.
Well, for what?
What you mean? I mean, what's the point in having a team just go 10-0 every year and beat the hell out of everybody?
And they'll never be.
You got to play the competition.
Yeah, that's why I think I agree that they'll try that. I also see Mel's point as to why. The reason why I think they'll definitely try it is because I do think eventually this ain't gonna be the first time that first 5-star recruit Deion get. This is gonna be a normal thing.
No.
This better be a normal thing.
Just take one. Just take one.
And not only did he get one, he got the best one. This dude is a freak. He's from Georgia. He's an absolute monster. He got 3 or 4 stars too. And he got 4 stars already. His son was a 4-star last year. So this game ain't gonna be the first time. They're going to beat everybody in the SWAC because the talent level is just not there yet. And of course they're gonna come just like Mar and Mel said. They're gonna come, they're gonna throw the dollars at them. But Deion, the one thing that I think will keep him there is he is running the show. He don't got to answer to no trustees. He don't have Saban. He is Nick Saban. He is, and this man is the mayor right now. I was in a chat earlier on the Twitter Spaces, whatever they call it, and it was just people in Jackson State saying Deion, they gonna build a statue out there in Jackson. And like Corey them said, if the revenue continues to come in, I guarantee you some station right now is trying to contract to see what games they can put on national television right now.
Absolutely.
That school, which is going to bring more money to that school, more exposure, more money. They're going to beat the dog snot out of people, and they're going to get those facilities. They're going to get facilities. They're going to get more 4 stars and 5 stars. Notable names are starting to go. Hugh Jackson, that's an NFL name. He's there. This continues. They won't have to go up. They won't have to go to 1A. They won't have to go to FCS. They won't have to go.
It'll come right to them. It'll come to them.
Then you'll start getting those teams like the SECs or those Power 5 conferences saying, "Okay, let's throw one of these SWAC teams on our schedule. Let's do this. Let's do that." And then when they start losing to these teams,
that's what I'm saying. They already put them on their schedule as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
But once you lose, but I guarantee you, they're not putting Jackson State on their schedule.
No, because
they're not doing that now. They're not doing that right now. Because Deion is going to outcoach a lot of coaches. Because he is a football player. That's what he does.
Hey, we ain't gonna pay you to lose, dog.
No. He is going to out. They ain't putting Jackson State on there. They not doing it.
This is the only thing. This is the only thing I'm concerned about. Right. I'm concerned about what the I'm concerned about what the response is going to be, because somehow, some way, this feels like, PWIs and the status quo and everything that's used to be the norm. It feel like they're losing control a little bit. If this blueprint works, then we have the blueprint for more people to do things like this. And these coaches like Eric Bieniemy that can't get a head coaching job, they might just drop down to one of these schools and then have everything rocking, right? Hugh Jackson can't really get a job back in the league. You see what he's doing. So this might be the blueprint, right? So more and more people start doing that, and then the HBCUs start to look a little bit more attractive than what they even are now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the response to that is, how can we gain control again, right? So I don't know what that's going to look like, but I do know last combine, nobody from JSU was invited to any of the combines.
Oh, I bet you they be there this year.
This dude Travis Hunter is different. Listen, man, I want, if you haven't looked at his film, man, he's an NFLer. There's no question in my mind.
Yes, he is a talented kid, man. That dude is good.
He's big, he's fast, he's strong, he got great technique. He played both sides of the ball like most of those freak athletes do. This is the blue chipper. I mean, he got some 4 stars, which are great, which is why they beat everybody last year.
Bro, they went 11-1 this year.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So
another thing that they need to do, man, and I don't really, I like the idea, is black colleges playing bowl games against other black schools at the end of the season. They need to get in that playoff.
That's what I want.
And beat the North Dakota States.
Oh man.
Beat the Sam Houston States. Yes, they need to do that.
Let me read some of these comments real quick. Dennis said every halftime show is like the Super Bowl halftime in HBC world. That's
damn right,
especially during homecoming.
Should be jamming.
Brandon said Deion's doing a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
My man got one flaw. Deion, my favorite athlete of all time, but he said Brittany Renner would have saved him $20 million. Hey, but you know what's crazy about that? As soon as he said that, that I thought about his wife Pilar. With her, and she's a good looker.
Yes,
and I wonder if he's talking about that.
In my mind, there's no doubt, because he's paying whatever he's paying. He said probably, he was always there.
Bro, I listened to his podcast. Him and Jamie Dukes, they do it together, and both of them then went through 2 marriages already. So trust, Deion paying some alimony, bro. He paying some alimony.
Good Lord, man, that's crazy, man. But any more thoughts on this? I mean, it's just an interesting topic to me, man, because
I hope
it's 2 years ago when we first started podcasting, before we had a sports podcast. It was Mizo and his wife. We was just talking about current events, and we had a show where we was going at it with Jay about why all black athletes need to start going to HBCUs, and Jay was like, "It's not going to work.
It's never going to happen.
Not going to happen." And then all of a sudden, it started happening. It's almost like people was listening to the podcast. I don't know, but it just started happening, man, and it's happened more and more frequently.
Mel, it didn't have nothing to do with you. It had to do with Deion.
I put it in the even before Deion.
I'm just messing with you.
Remember we had the conversation about the kid that went to Hampton. Was it Hampton?
Yeah. He was Howard.
One of the Howard.
Basketball player.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
I just hope that the other coach, like Grambling, is a big name, right? Grambling is a big name. Jackson State is not really a big name like that, but they got Deion.
Yeah, but now they
are. Florida, Florida A&M, Grambling, FAMU. These schools, Southern. These schools need to get big coaches in so they can do it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope they do.
In a perfect world, I'm thinking that Hugh Jackson and Deion had some kind of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, man, you a coach. They blackball you. You know, it's not looking good for the NFL. I know where you can get on that right now.
Yes.
They'll let you run the show because number one, you a name, you got NFL ties, you got NFL connections. get down here, and I'm hoping they putting that bug in everybody. Like, doggone Raheem Morris is the dudes who coordinators on the sideline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come down there. Those names down there gonna automatically draw attention. You know, going through that recruiting process, who better? I think Mel said it right when I came in. Who better to coach than Dion? Like Dion, man.
And guess what? Your resume speaks for itself. You don't need no rule to get no interview down here.
No, you don't.
Just come get the job, and let's just take over.
And let's just take over.
Hey, I'm gonna lose it if Jerry Rice go back to Mississippi Valley State. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose if Jerry Rice go to Jackson State and be the receiver coach.
So let me. You
got Dion as the head coach. He gonna get all the corners.
Stop! I mean, all the wide receivers on the other side.
No, seriously, is that simple? Jerry Rice come down here just coach the receivers. I'm the defensive guy. I'm gonna coach the corners.
Bro.
What other school go get a corner? You can't get the top 5 corners in America. The top 5 corners and the top 5 receivers in America going to Jackson State.
Hey, your 5th string corner and wide receiver could start on Alabama's front line right now, bro.
That fucked the world up, wouldn't it? So what happens?
It's a possibility, though.
What happens?
Possibility.
What happens when? Let me ask you this though. I'm just gonna play devil's advocate and throw a curveball, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens when Lincoln Riley says, "I want to go be the head coach of Grambling"?
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Come on.
You bring it on.
We don't discriminate.
No.
That's the thing about us. We don't discriminate.
That's what you're right, but that's what's gonna happen.
But
here's the thing though: is white kid and then white kids are gonna be like, I want to go to Jackson State.
Yeah, why not?
If you a 4 or 5 star, come on.
Let's go.
Turn them away.
Guess what?
Turn away.
And that's what we want. That's what we want.
You want the talent pool. You just want on the talent pool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, with talent comes money, and I'm telling you,
all the time.
If they stay the course, Dion, Hugh, Eddie, and whoever else come on, if they stay the course, but I'm telling you, and I'm hoping and praying that the communities around that university is like the ultimate support system, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be some foolishness that they're gonna have to deal with. It's gonna be some noise. They always gonna have to block out fires. They're gonna have to put out issues. They're gonna have to handle, and they gotta handle it the best way possible. Because I'm telling you, the microscope is never pointed right and fairly in the direction of people that look like us. So
I get it, and that's why the microscope ain't gonna be a problem. But want to know why? Because responsible people like ourselves got microphones as well, and we'll get on here and we'll say everything that needs to be said, and we won't be on that BS that Stephen A. Smith is on, right? So whenever they come out with the story next week that this recruitment, now I'm gonna tell you the first thing that happened. Hold on, Corey. I'm gonna tell you the first thing that happened. All right. When he was committed to Florida State, he was the #1 athlete coming out of high school. After he committed to Jackson State, all of a sudden he's #2. All right.
Who's #1?
I don't know. These subtle things that they do, right? So the next thing is,
who cares?
Somebody's gonna put a little story out there that this kid may have accepted something illegal or some, I don't know.
You can't say money no more because that shit's not illegal no more.
They'll come up with anything. They'll come up with something,
bro.
Right?
I'm telling you now, and I said it at the beginning. The easiest target now is the coaches. Illegal recruiting. He did something to illegally recruit you.
I mean, because Debo already talking about they tampering. They're tampering.
Absolutely.
Talking about the kids that's transferring, said that these coaches are tampering.
Ain't no such thing. Like, listen, man, if you ain't playing, if you want an elite program, you better play ball. And I come out on the field.
They say USC was talking to Lincoln Riley like the second or third game of the season.
Yeah, man. Listen, man.
Come on, man.
That's program this year just went straight to the shitter after he ain't got no quarterback. That's what he got.
The shit, bro. If
Dabo was tell Dabo to sit down, then guess what? You wouldn't hear a word from him. He wouldn't care because he played the game. How you think
he got damn well? If he got Deshaun Watson or Sunshine right now, he ain't saying a damn thing.
He ain't saying a word.
Sit your ass down.
Everybody knows we can see your hater showing.
Yeah,
is this real? What Dino is saying, was they really talking to Deion like he wasn't gonna be able to coach nowhere? Because he
yeah, I mean it's some truth to it. They was even kind of
they was trying, they downplayed Jackson State.
Yeah, they downplayed this. Listen, they will downplay until something like this happens, man. Now there's no. This is. I was looking at the people and they were just like, this is unprecedented. Like nobody saw this coming. And the funny thing is,
Deion did.
Deion did because yesterday they interviewed him.
Yeah,
they interviewed him yesterday, and he was like, man, how's it going as far as the recruiting? This kid has been committed to Florida State for like a year, verbally committed to Florida State for like a year. But Deion Sanders kept tweeting like little funny stuff. Deion did an interview yesterday and said, "What I'm going to do, my goal is to start my first full year Jackson State recruiting and everything with a bang. I might have a surprise for y'all tomorrow." And he said this yesterday, and sure enough, I didn't see. I followed the recruiting. Of course, I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. I'm from Georgia, so I kind of follow the recruiting trail, especially those big names. This kid is the real deal, and they was talking about. We were still talking to him throughout the whole process, and then he goes to Jackson State.
How many games have they played on? Haven't they played 3 games? Hasn't his team played 3 games on ESPN this year?
No. This year they played every damn game on ESPN, bro.
His game.
Every damn
his game.
Jackson State was on ESPN 1.
No, not Jackson State. I'm talking about this high school kid. This high school kid, he got 3 games on ESPN.
Because they got a good team too. They got a good quarterback. I forgot where he went. I think he is committed to. I don't know where that is, but he's good. Of course, Travis Hunter is good. He played wide receiver too. I mean, he's just one of those dudes. And for him to do that, these dudes have to start questioning. But the questions got to begin with themselves. They was doing the same thing that Deion did to everybody. Everybody done flipped the recruit in the SEC, in the ACC, or these big name schools. Texas has been flipping recruits. They've been doing it. They've been doing
beginning of recruiting.
Alabama flipped kids that done signed. They done signed on February 1st. They done signed on February 1st. And February 3rd, they decommitting and committing to Alabama. Like, how the hell does this happen?
You know how it happened? Because the same thing that happens, because what I'm hearing is that Deion, he got sponsorship already through Barstool. He got something else. And the negotiation from what they're saying is, okay, I got this sponsorship. If you want to keep Deion, I got a potential 5-star recruit coming here. I need y'all to be his first Neal deal.
Mm-hmm. So he already got a bag. He already got a bag, and he's a freshman in college.
I'm telling you,
listen to me, Quinn. Listen to me. This kid from Ohio State. This kid got a bag and was the 5th string quarterback on the team.
Different now, man.
It's different. That NIL is everything right now.
Listen to me.
It's everything.
The game is changed. And guess who mad? They all
mad. I saw what you post, Bill, that they was burning Deion's shit in Florida State. They mad, dog. They big mad.
This dude burnt the Deion sign.
But here's the thing, though, man. Right? Is that all you had to do was hire him.
Bingo.
That's it.
This is what you made this bed. Now you lay in it.
Yeah.
You had his son already committed. You had Travis Hunter already committed, right?
Hire Deion.
You didn't hire. I mean, all you had to do is hire Deion. You hired Deion. Trust me, you hired Deion. In 2 years, you're competing for a national championship. Florida State is back.
Yeah.
They're back. You chose not to.
Is that simple?
It's that simple. You chose not to. You made this bed. You lay in it. It is what it
you
is.
didn't sign me, and I took that personally, just like Jordan said. And he gonna go after everybody that commits
every asset that you have.
He going to go get them. He going to go get them.
And they're gonna be sorry.
Hey, and that shows how truly good this man is, because even in retirement, he's still intercepting.
It's still picking niggas off.
How many times you practiced that in the mirror? You was in the house like, yeah.
Oh my God.
He Sanders in retirement, still picking them off. Yeah, I'm gonna kill him with that one. You was practicing in the mirror.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Y'all be giving Mel a lot of credit. He been practicing this shit for about 2 hours. Get the hell out of here, man. Next topic.
Next topic, man. Let's start. Let's go to the NFL.
Yeah.
Let's go to the NFL, and we'll start with the latest game that we had. Actually, no, let's not even go to the game. I want to go, and we talked about this last episode, and I know I'm beating a dead horse, man. And I was talking about Jonathan Taylor being in the MVP discussion for me, but now when I look at it very closely, why not Cooper Kupp? Why is he not in the MVP discussion? This dude is number one in yards, receptions, and touchdowns for a receiver, and he's obviously carrying that squad. They were saying it yesterday. The last receiver to do that, and it's been a long time.
Like Cooper Kupp, a bad dude, bro.
Hey, LaCourt, you can say whatever you want to say. Matthew Stafford is actually staying healthy. He getting beat up, but he's on the field. I'll give it to him. He's a tough dude. I will give him that. And I told you, as long as Matthew Stafford is available, they're going to be a good team. I just didn't think he'd make it through the whole season. But you still got 4 more weeks.
Yeah.
4 more weeks.
Ain't no worry, Corey.
So don't come
with an NFL take ain't looking too hot right now. So
don't call. But don't talk about NFL take not looking too hot, because who's in that wild card race? Ain't San Francisco sitting right there?
They got a little something going on.
They got a little something.
They're a game out.
But everybody got something shaking in that wild card right now. It's like 5, 6, and 7. I'm like,
the Eagles, the whole NFC least is all in there except for the Giants.
So let's talk about this though. Let's talk about this MVP thing, and let's go starting with Zoe, then Lamar. Corey go last because he's long-winded.
I am. I'm not gonna lie.
1, 2, and 3. How do you got the MVP race right now? And then tell me why. 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. One, I still got Taylor, only because unsuspecting when it comes to the production that he's doing for me. I did not expect him. I knew he was gonna be good. I didn't think he was gonna be this good. 2 is for me is
okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Cooper Kupp is and has been since he won balling. Him and Matt Stafford, I don't know how they did it. I don't know whether they planned it like this, but when you have it, and we've seen Matt Stafford have this type of rhythm with another receiver who retired early because his team was losing. He just got it with Cooper Kupp. It's a natural chemistry there, and this dude is putting up insane numbers. It's history, it's record book stuff. You get what I'm saying? On pace to do it. So I don't know what it is.
It's Michael Thomas without the slants, is what it is.
Slant, man. You take a shot at Michael Thomas every episode from a random. It is though.
It's true.
It is true. But to your point, Zoe. To your point, Zoe, you right. He has been doing it since week 1, and he hasn't missed a week. Like he been on every game. No, one game. I think one game.
The Arizona game. The first
one, was it that one? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but go ahead. My bad.
But nah, man. I mean, 3. I mean, I don't want to put Brady there. I just don't want to put him there. And it could be the inner hater in me. I don't want to put him there because I feel like Brady. Okay, you throw the game-winning touchdown against.
After they threw 2 bogus flags,
they 9-4.
2 bogus flags. Who 9-4? Oh, you talking about they 10-3? Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay 10-3.
10-3. Okay.
But I'm an NFC South guy, so I've watched those 10-3. They could easily be 7-6. Like a lot of those games have come down to the last minute or so, and it's been sometimes it's been Brady, but more times than not, it's been the Bucs getting a favorable call,
right,
which benefits them.
I agree.
And then they end up winning the game, and that bothers me to where
I don't me so bad.
I don't know why. I don't know why it bothers you. I don't know why y'all are surprised.
Get used to it. It happened in New England.
Why are you surprised?
As long as Tom Brady is playing, he's going to get favorable shit. Like, get used to it. Like, y'all
listen, Lamar. It's not even Brady getting the favorable calls. It's his whole team because of Brady. Like,
because of Tom Brady.
Those calls.
Tom
it
Brady.
Wasn't like somebody. Look, it wasn't like somebody hit him in the helmet or almost hit him in the helmet and they threw a flag. It wasn't that. It wasn't someone looked like they late hit him. It was the flag was on something else to make sure that Brady could, carry out this comeback. And I'm like, come on, man. I get it, man. It's entertaining to see something that.
Y'all never noticed that the penalties happen on third downs or deep plays.
Yeah. Those are the ones, man. And it kind of pissed me off, man. So
Stephon Diggs got literally mauled in the end zone.
You don't remember? Listen to me. When they played the Cowboys, the first game of the season, and the Cowboys took the lead at the end of the game. And Michael Thomas pulled Anthony Brown down to the ground and caught the ball that ended up putting him in field goal range to win the game. How is that not offensive pass interference?
They're not going to call it, man.
They're not going to call it.
Let me comment on these comments real quick, right? So with Chris LaCour saying you cannot deny his season though. He's talking about Tom Brady. You can't deny his season though. He turned back the clock for sure. Now, only with Tom Brady and LeBron there's an MVP discussion bringing a storyline based on his age.
Yes.
When did you being old and being able to play well go into whether you
make your MVP?
Yeah. I don't care. I'm looking at
he's
people
44 or 21 years and he's got to be an MVP.
Yeah, look what he's doing at 44. I don't care what he's doing. He's getting outperformed by a running back and a receiver. He is. So here's the other comment from Dino, which is interesting because I don't know when the last time we had a defender in the MVP discussion, but he said
it won't happen.
Why not Micah Parsons?
There's at least 3 D linemen I would put up there before Micah Parsons.
I don't know about that. I don't know how you would. I don't know how you would. They showed Myles Garrett's numbers and they showed Micah Parsons has like 50 more tackles than Myles Garrett, right? He has 1 less sack, right? Tackles for loss, everything is all Micah Parsons. How can you put Myles Garrett over him?
Don't
because he's leading the league in sacks.
It's about sacks.
How? He's got one. He's got one more. He's got one more sack than Michael Parsons.
NFL work. It's about sacks and interceptions on defense. They don't give a damn about.
He's got one more sack than Michael Parsons does.
What about what LaCour just said? Let me put. Would you say Diggs before Parsons if you pull in the defensive player though?
Hey man, I'm just happy they're both on my team.
Diggs could have been in. Diggs could have been before Parsons the first 3 or 4 weeks, but not now, because his performance is interception based. Yeah. It ain't like he's locking down
anybody.
He is.
Where they're not even getting catches. I mean, he's no.
He gets beat. He gets beat being overly aggressive, chasing interceptions. That's how he gets beat.
He reminds me of Marcus Peters big time.
No, he reminds me of Jiffy Cornbread because he get burnt on the edges. But
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Don't know about that.
He got him today, y'all.
Don't know about that.
Hey, Mel was practicing heavy today before he got there.
He been in the mirror.
Hey, before he went to the laptop, he was in there practicing jokes like he was
been to the mirror.
Like,
he been to the mirror.
Not the whole
Jiffy,
bread, man. Just
Jiffy
the edges,
cornbread.
Man.
Jiffy cornbread.
Just the edges, man.
He's burnt on the edges. Get the hell out of here.
That's it. Just the edges, man.
He's like Jiffy cornbread. He's burnt on the edges. Man, shut your ass up.
Hey, Lamar, we calling out stuff. We calling out Diggs, and guess who mad? guess who mad?
Yeah.
Corey. Oh man, no matter how many catches Cup get, Stafford throwing the ball to him, so no receiver would get it. Taylor is more in the combo.
Well,
I thought that last week, man, but when you look at it, man, Cup is doing some amazing stuff, man. Kyler Murray is out of it. Kyler Murray is out of it when he missed those games, and he had a chance to. Yeah, he missed too many games.
Missed too many weeks.
No. Monday night's game killed his chance. Like,
it didn't kill it. It didn't kill his chance because even if they'd have won that game, he still it didn't matter. I mean, he's way out of the race. He's like, 4 weeks. That's 800, almost 1,000 yards out of the race.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking at the numbers, that's a lot. You can't miss a month
of the season either.
You can't miss a month of the season and be in the MVP race. That's just not gonna happen.
True point.
Oh shoot, Rodney Harrison had 12 plus sacks in the season from the safety position.
Well, remember when he played in New England, he played a lot up at the line of scrimmage. He kind of did that Troy Polamalu thing.
Yeah, but I don't remember him get that many sacks.
Sacks?
Yeah, he had a lot of. He had a lot of sacks in. I'll tell you what year he had a lot of sacks.
Rodney Harrison was Jamal Adams, but with better hands.
Thank you.
He covered better too. He covered better too. But
Jamal.
This is a bad comment right here, though. This is definitely a bad comment.
Nah, Chris McClure. No,
you better stop, man.
Negative.
He's having a good year. Don't get me wrong. He'll be the offensive rookie of the year for sure.
Of course, because he's with Belichick. You got the Brady effect. You got the Belichick effect. It's almost one and the same. Shit.
Yeah, he already won. Parsons won't get.
He's gonna be the offense. Yeah. Parsons. Not only defensive rookie of the year. You're looking at the defensive MVP of the league at least.
Player of the year.
You're looking at it.
Parsons is doing, and I'm so. Makes me really rethink a lot of things with the Kyle Pitts thing. I like Kyle Pitts, and I think he'll have a great career. But Parsons was there, and we don't have no help off the edge. But I think they just did not see him making the transition as seamless as he did, though.
Well, remember he missed his senior year due to COVID. He did not play.
Yeah, but you can't. Hindsight is 20/20 for sure. But Zoe, I don't think you can be disappointed with the Falcons pick because y'all needed everything.
Yeah, that's true.
And it don't matter who y'all pick. Nobody I don't think Parsons would have this type of year if he was with the Falcons.
No, because they had more pieces. You're right.
Yeah. He'd be under a constant double team. Then you saw this week against the football team when the Cowboys have DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory and then move him to the outside on third down. Like that's almost impossible to block.
You can't block that. You can't block that.
Poor Taylor Henneke lasted 3 quarters. He couldn't take no more.
Yeah,
he was punched.
But to the original question, I mean, if you don't have Cooper Kupp in the conversation, then what are we really talking about with the MVP? Then you know what I'm saying. If we just gonna give it to a quarterback every year, then what's the point? Then just have best wide receiver, best running back, and then MVP. Rename it best QB or whatever.
That's what it literally is, though.
Oh, it is.
I hate that it is, though. I hate that it's turned it hadn't turned in. It's been that, really. To keep it real.
Because they're gonna give it a time. They're gonna give it to Tom.
Yeah.
Listen to me. If Tom Brady finishes the season and Tampa Bay makes it to the playoffs, Tom Brady's the MVP.
They're gonna make the play. They're gonna win the division. because I think the Panthers only got 5
Panthers
wins.
are gone. Panthers are gone. Don't even. No, they don't even. No,
So
Panthers is.
Which means they are
cooked.
So, my opinion, I think that if you take the MVP of the league, right, you take that player off of that team. What is that team?
You take Tom Brady off the Buccaneers.
If you take Tom Brady off the Buccaneers, are they still good?
No, they're the same team that was Jameis Winston. You're gonna have 30 for 30. They're gonna be an average team.
Not necessarily because with Jameis Winston, they didn't have all those receiving reps. They didn't have.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, but the only thing they didn't have was Gronk and AB.
I mean, they still had Michael. They still had Mike Evans and
everybody else.
They had two receivers.
Who takes that spot?
They still had Cameron Brady, and they still had Cameron Brady, and they still had they still had OJ Howard. Rodney, what's his name? Was 1,000-yard rusher. What are you talking about?
Ronald Jones.
Ronald Jones still had 1,000 yards. Yeah, that team is still good.
Can I say something uninterrupted?
Godwin? What I'm saying, sure. Like that offense wasn't nothing without.
Can I say something uninterrupted? Right?
Go ahead, sure.
Hey, I'm making talking football with you sometimes, man. I don't know, dog.
I'm making a point. That Tom Brady has more than what Jameis Winston had.
Barely.
Are y'all disputing it?
No, I can't.
He has Gronkowski
and AB and Leonard Fournette.
AB is gone.
He had AB up. Okay.
He had AB for 2 weeks.
Oh, and he had him for last year as well. What I'm saying. Listen, what I'm saying is Ronald Jones by himself with no spellback, right? And we know Zeke is good, but Pollard makes that backfield better. So adding a quality back and you having two is better than having one quality. So having Ronald Jones is different from having Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette, and who was the receiver back they got from the Bengals? I forgot his name. All right, so they got three back there. Giovanni Bernard.
Oh, Giovanni.
Right? Yeah, having a hurt OJ Howard for 1 or 2 weeks and a Tyler Brake is different from having OJ Howard, Tyler Brake, and Gronk. Having Evans and Godwin is different from having Evans, Godwin, and AB. It's totally different.
And nobody said it's totally different. Nobody's disagreeing. What I'm saying though is that's a decent football team without those people.
Yeah. I never said it wasn't.
That's all that I'm saying.
Decent, but I said it was.
I
didn't comment until Lamar said that without Tom Brady, you have exactly what you had with Jameis Winston. I'm like, not quite. You might have. It might be a little bit better than that.
Okay, but here's the thing. But this is my point that I'm trying to make. That it's still a decent football team, right? If you take Cooper Kupp off the Rams, is that still a decent football team?
Sure.
Yes.
But if you take Jonathan Taylor off the Indianapolis Colts, are they still a decent football team?
Lottery.
Probably not.
I don't know.
There's your MVP. There's your MVP.
Hold on, Corey. Let me bite back on that because Marlon Mack still has it. The only reason why he's not playing is because there's Jonathan Taylor on that team.
Mack ain't no Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, but
I'm not disputing that, but don't try to act like Marlon Mack a bum.
He's decent. He's decent. He's not a bum, but he's decent. Okay, but he is not Jonathan Taylor.
Naheem Hines ain't no bum. They got.
Hold on. So they really don't. I mean, because Jonathan Taylor is that much better than all of them. That's why they're not playing.
I agree.
Jonathan Taylor is taking if they were that good, they would be splitting carries. They're not splitting no damn carries.
You're talking about Jonathan Taylor.
Exactly. So now you gotta lean on Carson Wentz to win you football games.
No, you don't have to.
Exactly, because of Jonathan Taylor.
I know that.
If Cooper Kupp is out of that offense, Vance Jefferson and Odell Beckham can carry the load. They can.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, Odell Beckham can catch 5-yard outs, man. He can do it. They just all going to Cooper Kupp. Vance Jefferson is blowing the roof off of defenses, and he ain't even supposed to be doing that shit.
So is Cooper Kupp Michael Thomas right now?
No, because Cooper Kupp run the whole route tree.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Cooper Cup can run a route tree.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was about to say, let's not do that.
But don't get it twisted. Odell Beckham went into it so far. It's been what, 3 weeks?
No, it's been about 4 or 5.
3 or 4 weeks. Okay, so he's been in LA and he has accepted his role at what he is for now, and that's phenomenal. We'll see what happens in the offseason.
You don't believe in it?
No, I don't.
Believe in
because
like last night, whatever night they played, was a prime example of, man, Odell is taking what the defense is giving him.
He's just taking it for right now.
You know,
but I promise you, this offseason he's gonna be like, hey, them catches old boy getting, I'm gonna need about 30 of them.
It was also a prime example of me being right and Corey being wrong. But I mean, that's not the here, not the there.
Hey, I was the one that said he was gonna bitch for the ball. You can't bitch for the ball if you don't know the playbook.
Hey, you got a point. You got a point, but some of them receivers, they just gonna be like, this is what I do best. Let me run this and still give me the damn ball. I don't even know the playbook. I'm the slap boy. I'm gonna run a slap. Give me the ball.
Watch. I want you to watch when they play. I watched them when they played Arizona. Odell, the last one out the huddle. Because Matthew Stafford is telling him what to do. Just run a curl, big dog. I got you.
I'm supposed to be right here?
Yeah. Where am I supposed to be? You tell me where the hell I'm supposed to be, I'll be there.
Did y'all see the play coming out of the halftime where they had to call the timeout right before they threw that touchdown to Van Jefferson? They had to call the timeout because Odell didn't know where he was supposed to be at.
He didn't know the play.
He was on the wrong side, and
he don't know the play.
Like, just stay right there.
Timeout. God damn.
I'm going to explain this to you before we go back out.
I said, look, man, this is what you're supposed to do. All right, got it, dog. You know what I'm saying? So yes, he is doing that exceptionally well right now. You wait till this cat learn the playbook. You wait till he learn the playbook.
Hey, but he better hurry up, though. It's taking out. Time is running out.
Let's put a bow on it and then open the phone lines up, man. So Zoe, you said Taylor, Cup, Brady.
I don't want to put Brady there. I'm looking for the third.
It ain't nobody unless you go put Aaron Rodgers there. And I mean, stat-wise, I think Aaron Rodgers is playing a better season than Brady, but Brady stat-wise is outperforming him on paper.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is playing a better season than he played last year.
Yeah, he's playing phenomenal.
Hey, can I throw this question out real quick?
Yeah.
So my feelings is no matter what, I think Aaron is gone. But the way he playing, man, is like if you Green Bay, you can't let him walk out the building.
You can't.
I don't think. I don't think. No matter what happens this season, it doesn't matter. He is not going to
walk out the building, though.
I don't think you have a choice.
Well, you better find a way.
Man, who you need to trade for? Well, like, what do you need? What do you need here? Like, this is a quarterback that's playing elite level.
You
football.
could have fixed that problem by signing Odell Beckham.
No, I think it's more than that.
Choice thing, no, it was a choice thing. He chose to kind of go to LA. You know, Odell's an LA guy. Look at him. I mean,
money will make you choose everything.
That's true too. You just said something right there, boy.
Why you say it all sensual and shit, bro?
I'm just saying.
Andy,
I'm
just saying. I'm just saying.
Money.
Money will make you choose everything.
So you got A-Rod in that third spot, Zoe?
I'm gonna put A-Rod in the third spot. Silently killing this. A-Rod killing.
Lamar 1 through 3.
Let's go JT. No, I take that back. I gotta go Cup, man. I can't right now. I can't. Cup, JT, and just because ain't nobody else and the NFL is going to do it, it's going to be Brady right there.
Yeah.
That's my list, but they're going to put Brady one.
Yeah, I think we all agree that Brady's going to win it.
Yeah.
We all agree that he's going to win it. And,
but I think Coop should. Man, he's doing something stupid right now, bro.
Yeah. And Corey, you got it well. 1, 2, 3.
JT, Cooper Kupp, Michael Parsons.
Justin Timberlake, Cooper Kupp, and then Michael Parsons. He's said Michael Parsons. Justin Timberlake. He said,
You got it.
That's the only JT I know, baby. That's the only JT I know, baby.
You gotta watch call. You gotta watch call.
Chris said A-Rod don't care about the money, it's the help. And he's tired of being promised help and receiving peanuts. He's good as gone, no matter the outcome of this season. But you know what I gotta give him credit for? I got to give that man credit or being able to compartmentalize those issues
and
play hard and just play ball.
Lord, I haven't seen no type of focus like that with distractions since Kobe in Colorado.
He can't play bad ball. He don't know how to play bad ball.
He was phenomenal, man.
He's great. He's just great.
I agree,
he don't
man.
know how to play bad ball.
I agree, Ronald.
And he be talking shit while he's doing it, and that's what I like about it. When he told the Chicago Bears, I own you. I own you. It's my stadium. I own you.
And he go out and do it every time they play him.
I only know two guys that talk like that is not black, and that's White Chocolate Jason Williams and Steve Blake.
They be talking head. Steve Blake talking LA.
Did you see? But Chicago gave him a run for their money. What was that on Thursday night? Yeah, they played them well. And then got the sack. Robert Quinn got the sack and did the discount double check over Aaron Rodgers' head.
Yeah.
That made him mad though. That pissed him off.
How many more years?
Pissed him off.
No, I think Aaron got at least minimum 3.
3? That's what I say.
Minimum. Yeah, 3. I think Aaron Rodgers is that cat that'll win an MVP and just win the league MVP and just be like, I don't feel like playing anymore, and just walk away.
We got to remember he sat on the bench for at least 4 years, so he's 38 now. But he's technically playing on like a 34, 35-year-old body. You know what I'm saying?
He has played less than all of them.
Is that how age work, Lamar?
Well, Aaron Rodgers is 38 now.
Aaron Rodgers, and he looked 50.
Yeah. That they don't age too well, bro. But
you wildin'. You wildin'.
Hey, they wildin'.
So Lamar, let me ask you. I'm 40, and I've never played in the NFL. So how old are my legs?
Oh, but since you never played, if you go in there, you're gonna get your head cracked. And so you playing on 40-year-old body. Don't do it, man. This ain't no Disney movie where you're gonna come out of no recruitment, live the life, raise a family, and now he's an NFL star. Nah, that shit ain't happening, player. You don't go down like that.
I can't do it like that.
You are not conditioned.
No. You would get your head split. Man, yeah. Matter of fact, you be in a full body cast, you be right there on the camera, stiff as a motherfucker, trying to tell your jokes and shit. Yeah, I've been practicing this one. Yeah.
Y'all stupid, man. All right, let's go through week 14 real quick on some of the things that happened. Not everything. We'll start since we was talking about Cooper Kupp. We'll start with the LA Rams and the Arizona game and what it means for the Rams to actually win it. They can. It's still a chance that they could win the division, right? They one game behind.
2.
Yeah, they won.
Just one. But they were showing the strength of schedule.
It favors LA, right?
It does favor LA because Arizona got some tough games coming up. They got to go to Baltimore.
So give me your thoughts on the game itself, and then anything else you saw from it. I was intrigued at the defense. Hey, it's funny, Lamar. We was talking before the game. Remember, I picked LA in your league,
and everything you said happened. And I'm like, how they? Hey, give me some lotto numbers, bro.
Come on. Okay. First of all, I really okay. Hold on. Wait. First of all, I read that shit. That's the basis of every fucking football game known to man.
It don't matter though. It don't matter. The man hit on everything he said.
Run the ball well. Be consistent and play good defense. No fucking shit. Duh. Duh. Come on, man.
Hey, but all I asked was for some lottery numbers in return. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna be Negro Diamonds, let me get some lottery numbers.
Well, the whole thing is this though. But the whole thing is this though, man. And I will give you this. You said Sonny Michel had to have a good game, and he hadn't really had one, but he had one. But he had one against Arizona. I'll give you that because I was like, damn, Sonny Michel running the ball. Look at him. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Sonny Michel's been having 3 good games because I got him on my fantasy.
Okay, 65 yards and a touchdown is not a good game, man. Like that dude had what? He had 126 rushing.
Or this past week? That's him.
He had 120. He had like 106. He had like 106. He had a good game, a good solid football game. Yes, that is a solid football game.
Yeah, but my keys to victory, Lamar, I appreciate you for at least acknowledging that my keys to victory was actually accurate.
You acknowledged it yourself and went for some motherfucking backup. Shut up, man.
Corey, what is up with you and me discussing football? Why you just can't let me live with football?
Man, I waited to this moment. I didn't even comment on that post on there because I'm like, I started to type in there. Ain't this the basis to every football game? What?
I specifically used names.
You specifically said Sonny Michel. You did, and that was a good call. I like that.
I said they need to block well enough for Sonny Michel to be able to have a solid game.
20 carries, 79 yards. He was running tough. He was running hard. And he helped me win my fantasy game last week.
He had good carries at the right times. Mm-hmm. That 79 yards came at the right time.
Perfect time.
Hey, you spelled profit wrong.
Mel, keep going. Keep going.
Hey, look. So I also said Odell Beckham can't be a statue. He has to be a playmaker.
You caught that.
He made some plays.
Right. He did that.
Made some plays.
And I said that the pass rush has to actually, make Kyler Murray run, be in duress or something.
And that is extremely hard to do, but they did a good job of it. Yeah. Because once that little son of a gun started running, when he started running around like a toddler, they say Kyler Murray when he run, he looked like a toddler that stole something. Yeah, and if you look at him, he does. He does. When he gets uncomfortable back there, he can run around and get himself readjusted, and they did not let him do that.
Hey, I'm gonna say a statement, and I don't. If y'all agree with it, cool. If not, then you're not seeing where I'm going with this. This is why you get Von Miller. Von Miller didn't fill up the stat sheet, but what he did is he contained Kyler Murray. He couldn't get out because literally Von Miller mirrored him. And even if he didn't get all the way there with the pass rush, he like stopped and was like, where you going, little nip? It
wasn't Von Miller. I think any 2 defensive ends in the NFL could have played in that game because they could not block Aaron Donald. And when the pressure is coming up the middle, the way it was coming up the middle, and you looking left or right, and the defensive ends is just standing there like this, you ain't got nowhere to go.
Aaron Donald pushed the right guard straight into Kyler Murray. Of course,
he took the guard with one arm and pushed him into Kyler Murray, and had the other arm free just in case he tried to escape. That's amazing.
And guess what? You can't put Micah Parsons over him. Don't do that.
You're crazy.
Do y'all see these comments, man?
I read this. I was trying to point at it
because he goes to his horn no matter what. For real.
What? Y'all love giving me the blues, man.
Cass said the cap is gonna go up 25 mil, and the Saints is still gonna blow that shit.
Damn. Okay. Wait.
All right. Let's go over this round.
Arizona game.
What did you see in Lamar, and what do you think it means for them to get that win?
No,
they did.
Look. The Rams needed it because already getting beat by Arizona, and then now you done already, made some changes on your roster. You got OBJ, you got Von Miller, and you're starting to get better. They're starting to get the gel. They've been there for a minute, so they needed this win to show that they could still hang in the elite status of the NFC. But I mean, honestly, it's wide open. It's 6 teams in the NFC that double digit wins. So it puts you closer to home field advantage. But man, it's to me, NFC is still Green Bay's to win or lose.
I'm not mad.
Is Arizona still the number one seed?
You've been talking.
I really haven't been talking because every time I talk, you interrupt me. You cut me off.
You've been interrupting Zoe for like a year. Go ahead.
Me and Zoe understand because
you and Zoe understand.
Me and Zoe understand.
I interrupt him every time we talk.
No. I understand. I understand every time I start talking about something, you try to change the subject. But yeah, go ahead. You're right.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Anyway, we'll let Zoe go last. Go ahead, Corey.
Please go, Corey.
No, I don't want to. Go ahead.
Yo, y'all are stupid.
What we talking about?
LA. Yeah, I'll keep.
That boy can interrupt, boy. Boy.
Yeah, listen, man. I think that it was a big win. They had to come back and win this game to be, to make the division interesting and to make the NFC interesting. We knew what they all in. They went and got Von Miller, when he got OBJ. They all in. They're trying to win it this year. And to lose 2 times to a team that is clearly a contender, it would have looked like, okay, this ain't the year. So they needed to win this game. So I think it looked good for them. That's pretty much what it is. Cass mad at Lamar now.
Hey, y'all the fools that gave Taysom Hill or Tim Tebow 2.0 more money. What the hell is that?
Taysom Hill the bag.
What is that?
Bags.
What is that?
They gave him some bag.
You gonna pay a utility player like he a starting quarterback.
Man.
Now you can't pay your quarterback.
Man.
The one that ain't on the roster yet.
Stupid.
Hey, everybody that want to catch the ball is leaving. Ain't nobody sticking around for that, man. Come on, man.
Michael Thomas is like, I'm not getting that firestorm. Taysom Hill can't throw no slant. Hey, come up.
We've got Percy Harvin in the under center.
Hey, man.
hey, once Drew Brees retired, Michael Thomas is like, I can't do this, dog. Let me go. My ankle still hurt. I ain't playing, cuz.
Can't throw no slant. How do you have an ankle? How do you have an ankle injury literally for like 30-something weeks?
Bro,
the same ankle.
I'm telling you, that dude don't want to play there no more, dog.
Not playing for the Saints.
That might be what it is.
Hey, who gonna throw me the slant? Who throwing me the slant? Who gonna get it to me? Who?
Hey, Kansas City.
How y'all think Odell played in that game?
Called key passes at key moments.
Big catches.
Hey, and Matthew Stafford.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Matthew,
you know what?
You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. I'm the one that started talking first. What are you talking about? I'm the one that started talking first.
Why'd you take that bait?
Exactly. As soon as I start talking, he says something, and then I go. And then I'm the one that's interrupting. Get out of town. Get out of town. Anyway, I'm the one that started talking first.
He got him.
Did I not? Crazy ass. You know what? I'm not finna let Mel make me mad. Anyway, Odell made big catches at big moments. But Matthew Stafford battled through some pressure and delivered the ball to him, and they made good plays.
I agree.
Clown.
When Odell and Cup, if they can get the run game consistent, where they're not one dimensional, and they got Cup and Odell firing on cylinders, and so is Stafford. It's a good team, especially if their defense can play.
Hey Mel. Shoney had 20 carries, 79 yards. It's not mind blowing, but if you just run the ball and make it a threat that you're going to do it, at least do it. And so if This is why LA was struggling for those few weeks because they weren't running the ball. This is why,
right?
And whether you want to agree with me or not, Corey, this is why Dak is struggling a little bit because the running game ain't clicking right now. Both your top 2 running backs is little gimp right now. So y'all running game ain't. Hey, y'all running game ain't popping like that, bro.
That offense. All I got to tell you is just watch the film that I just put on the Man Down page. Just watch it. It's 27 minutes, but just watch it.
Hey, so Zo, finish what you were saying before you was rudely interrupted. It sounded like you were saying something real interesting about Odell before Corey. My bad, Corey. Go ahead.
I don't even know that. Okay,
it's funny. It's funny when a person's a shit starter and an instigator all in one person.
And that's why I'm not falling. I'm not falling for that shit tonight.
No,
it's not happening.
No,
it's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm not falling for that shit tonight. Not happening.
Let me go to the phone line. Dino, what up, Dino?
Not happening.
Man, y'all are hilarious, man. Oh man, but I agree with Corey though, man. If you don't have no run game, you ain't going nowhere. And that's for any team in the league right now. Because as you see, the Packers good 1-2 punch with Dillon and Jones.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
yeah.
Rams, they went back to running the ball, feeding the ball to Sony Michel, even though it's nickel and diamond, those nickel and dimes add up. So as you see, anybody who's running the ball well, even the Patriots still run the ball well. They won a game with only throwing the ball 3 times.
Bruh.
They turned their team around. So
I
agree with Corey right there.
So you agree with Corey. What about Zoe? You agree with what he said or you didn't hear it?
I heard it.
You didn't know? Did you hear what Zoe said?
What did Zoe say?
My point exactly.
No,
Your Honor, I rest my case. Yeah.
I 100%.
Not gonna fall for it. I'm not falling for it.
I was just trying to make a point. You didn't hear him because he got cut off when he was getting to his point.
Refuse.
Now he don't remember what he was saying. But
hey, does a sports cave make crowns? Like we need to give Mel like the King Petty crown. And we need to
clown hat. A clown hat. Compliments of the sports cave.
So let me ask you this though, Dino. You got Arizona, and I can't remember who made the comment. They about to hold DeAndre Hopkins out for the rest of the season. The rest, what was his knee? I think he said.
Yeah, sprained knee.
Right. So with Hopkins sitting down, AJ Green looking good and healthy though. Right. They got Zach Ertz. Right. Connor is looking amazing. Do you still think Arizona can pull it off and win that division, or you think the Rams might take it from them?
I'm a defensive guy, man. Whose defense is playing better? Rams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as we see, Arizona has struggled big time at home, so that's gonna definitely play a part.
They don't win at home.
All of their losses they lost to us by
all of their losses have come at home.
Yeah,
all of them. And by double digits. Not just no close games, by double digits at home. So
And so you agree with that, or you think Arizona pull it up?
No, I mean Arizona. The thing is, they without Hop for the rest of the regular season, and that that's going to affect everybody. I mean, even offensively, it's going to affect them.
I don't know. Let's not count. They went 2-3 with Colt McCoy and no D Hop. Let's not do that. Let's not act like they didn't win no game. Kyler Murray and D Hop.
I'm not saying
I was dead wrong. It does not favor LA. It favors the schedule favors Arizona by a landslide.
Because they got Detroit next.
Oh yeah, who they got next?
They got Detroit. They got Detroit, the Colts, the Cowboys, and the Seahawks.
They could go 3-1.
Yeah, and the Rams have, but they owe San Francisco an ass whooping.
Yeah,
but they owe them an ass whooping. They got the Seahawks, the Vikings, the Ravens, and the 49ers.
That's a
tough one.
That's a little tougher than. That's a little tougher.
Yeah.
And they won game
I
back.
mean, I feel like the Rams. And when does Jalen Ramsey come back?
It just depends.
Right?
It's just he's just under COVID protocol. He got to miss a week.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's vaccinated. So
if he's vaccinated,
I think he only got to miss 7 days.
Yeah, so he'll be back.
They did this without
be back the next game.
Ramsey.
Right.
That's true too.
That was the most impressive thing to me is that the backup corner played D-Hop tough.
He played him pretty good.
Yeah.
He played him tough.
Well, you better be able to play corner when you got Aaron Donald getting 3.5 sacks. You better. You getting pressure.
Well, you don't have to play that. You don't have to play corner that long.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Front four did their job. Front four did their job.
Aaron Donald was getting in that backfield so much he wasn't even celebrating after the sacks no more. He was doing a Michael Jordan shoulder shrug.
Are you surprised?
Like, what am I supposed to do? I mean, this is what I do.
Surprised I'm here. Yeah. I agree.
Let's move to Baker Mayfield, man. He looked good the first half, and then his squad didn't even score a point in the second half.
I think that is perfect to describe Baker Mayfield right there. That describes Baker Mayfield. In my estimation, that is. I'm going to show out the first half, and then we're not going to score again for the rest of the game.
Hey, but here's the kicker. He's trying to blame it on his coach, though.
Who, Baker?
No.
He's not blaming the coach. Well, he's blaming he said the play calling.
Well, who's doing the play calling? Come on now.
I agree. I agree.
He's blaming his coach.
It looked like Baker Mayfield making the play calls to me.
Hey, but here's my thing with Baker. It's been so many excuses given to him on why he's not succeeding, but he's been the common denominator. It was Hugh Jackson's fault. It was Freddie Kitchens' fault. It's Odell's fault. But everybody gone. And he still ain't playing no better. So, I mean, it don't take a fool to understand what the hell going on.
Yeah. Hey, let me go to the caller from Michigan. Who just called from Michigan?
Hold on, y'all. Chris.
Oh, what's up? Oh yeah, you in front of that track again. What's up?
I just wanted to say, because y'all went to the Baker Mayfield joint, and Daniel Sharp was talking about, after the game from LA and Arizona, like, who was really the problem in Cleveland? And it's looking like Baker was really the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we all knew that, though. Like, nobody was fooled by that. Like, only a couple of people on this panel was saying that Odell was, it never was Odell. We knew it wasn't Odell. I mean, even the conversation we was having, Lamar, when we were saying Odell should have been the number one, you was like, yeah, but he wasn't the number one. And Corey said, well, that's the problem. Like, how do you not get your best talent the ball when every other quarterback is getting their best talent the ball? And the last thing I say about that is, even though Odell wasn't his number one, he really didn't have a number one because he wasn't getting the ball to none of them receivers consistently.
Not consistently.
None of them. They always hovering around 30 catches a year.
That's not true. Baker Mayfield is excellent at turning around, doing a 180, and giving the ball to Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. He is great at that. Him and Ryan Tannehill are the two best quarterbacks in the NFL at doing 180s and handing the ball to a running back. They're the best, and they're the best to do it.
So what you're saying is, instead of him going to Peyton Manning's summer camp, he went to Trent Dilfer's summer camp on how to be a quarterback.
No, because Trent Dilfer's school is actually good. He went to work out with Derrick Henry. That's what happened.
Trent Difford wasn't doing them, but giving the ball to Jamal Lewis.
Hey, it does. Hey, and they're excellent at it.
But y'all stupid, man. Hey, man. So I mean, what's y'all thoughts though, man, on Baker, man? Do you think he get an extension, or you think he end up playing somewhere?
No, he is going to get an extension in Cleveland. He is, because they are invested in him. Yes. And they will continue to suck until they realize that he's not good.
Why would they give him an extension?
Why would they not? He is really good at turning around and handing them running backs to football.
Nah, Baker's gonna be a free agent.
Baker will not be a free agent because nobody hands the football off better than he does, except for Ryan Tannehill.
Listen.
And Ryan already got his money.
And he got his money, right? So Ryan ain't going nowhere. We gotta have somebody to hand the ball off. Nobody does it better than Baker Mayfield.
Let me ask you this.
Baker will fuck around and be a backup to Kirk Cousins.
I don't know. I think if Cleveland don't give him a extension, he'll get a starting job somewhere. But this is what I think is going to happen, and I won't
Green Bay
respond to this. I really think that him being injured this whole season saved him, and that is going to be his reasoning to negotiate. Look, I was hurt. Give me a chance to be healthy.
It's his non-throwing shoulder. That motherfucker ain't hurt. Get out of town.
What would you say if you was his agent and you was at the table with the Cleveland Browns general manager?
Y'all didn't let me get
y'all this whole season, and he was.
Y'all did not let me get the ball to my favorite target, and my favorite targets are Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
So
run the ball more.
Do you think they come into the negotiating table talking about his injuries?
They got to do something. I think
you got to find a silver lining somewhere.
Find a way. Huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead, my baby. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, I think they got to find something, some way to get that money because, I mean, it ain't his quarterback play. It ain't that. I think that you said that I don't know that he's going to be a starter somewhere else if they don't pay him. I want to know maybe Washington.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy because you read my mind.
Odell Beckham's dad fucked that all up.
No. Baker's play.
I'm saying, yes, and it is nothing but his play. Odell for everything that you say about him being hurt and everything, Odell Beckham, all they got to do is go to Odell Beckham's dad tape and look. Before he got hurt, he was still missing wide open targets.
I'm gonna say this. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Baker Mayfield's turnover numbers are getting up there with Sam Darnold. You don't reset the quarterback market with him. But what you do is you give him maybe 25, 20, but you don't go 39, 40, 38. You don't do that because you're going to handcuff your franchise.
25. Bro, Baker gonna be doing good to make 20.
You talking about 25 a year?
Bro, the quarterback market is at 40.
Total.
It's gonna be at 40.
25 a year or 25 total?
25 a year. The quarterback market is at 40 million. If you
Baker Mayfield is not worth 25 million a year.
Of course he's not. But I'm saying,
Baker Mayfield gets a 1 year, $18 million contract to prove he can play football.
And
if not, carry your ass to the CFL.
Listen.
Hey, I can mess with you at GM, Corey. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Here's what it is.
That's business.
Listen, if I'm Baker Mayfield's agent, I'm telling them straight up like, look, nigga, you suck. All right, so we're gonna have to play what we got.
Take what you get.
It is what it is, bro.
Let's do this because I don't want to dump on Baker because I actually think he's good. I just think he's playing horrible, right? I think
Baker is listen. Baker is good at making commercials. Not making plays.
Not so much.
I hate them commercials. They got him looking like a real feminine
Melvin.
type.
Melvin, stop.
Let me
Baker
finish.
Mayfield is great. He is great.
I gotta hear this.
He is great at turning a 180. He is great at turning a 180 and handing the ball to Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt.
So do the read option.
So
he got hurt, man.
So his handoff percentage is high. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Yes. So look,
and I'm not laughing. I am not laughing.
For what it's worth, I think Baker Mayfield has a live arm. I do. I think he has a live arm, and I think
Jamarcus Russell had the livest arm in NFL history. He could throw a ball like 96 yards.
I'm with you. But I'm thinking of some teams that is probably giving their quarterback the same chances that Cleveland have gave Baker, and they're ready to try somebody else. And somebody is going to think that they can fix Baker, and they're going to get rid of what they got to try him out.
I can tell you exactly who that's going to be too, man.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
It's going to be Pittsburgh.
They're going to be like, damn, you know what? Jared Goff just ain't it, but Baker Mayfield, that's our guy. Let's go sign him for 40 minutes.
That's a good point. The Lions, I can see the Lions do it. I can see the football team doing it. I can see
Pittsburgh.
I can see
Pittsburgh
doing it.
Yeah, because Big Ben is
they have all the tools for Baker to succeed, and Mike Tomlin is the type. Okay, you got to show me, and if not, you sit your ass down.
Yeah.
So,
that's what I'm saying.
You know who else though?
1 year, 18 million.
Who else?
So check it out, man. And Dino, you might not like it, but if Sam Darnold keeps fucking up the way he is, they might go get. Listen. Whoa. That was the problem. We got rid of one. We got rid of Joe Brady. Now Matt Rule needs to go as well. That's our problem.
Yeah, that's.
Can you have that? Okay, so hold on. So Dino, let me ask you this, man. Dino, week one. Like Dino, let me ask you this. At one point, does the blame go from the coach to the players? At the point when we continuously get penalized, we don't call timeouts when we're supposed to. You don't take disciplinary actions when you're supposed to. When we continuously get penalized, that's no longer on the players. That's a discipline. So is it the play calling that's causing Sam Darnold to throw interceptions, or is it Sam Darnold? Sam Darnold throwing interceptions.
Sam Darnold been throwing interceptions since junior high.
I could be wrong here. As a coach, I watch my left tackle go down and my starting center go down.
That's facts.
Instead of trying to correlate plays to help the line out, leave a running back there to tip block, get an offense some help. I'm still running the same plays. I'm gonna run heavy and throw short. How does that help my own line?
Yeah, and look, and right now, even with Cam there, that team on both ends of the ball don't look very smart. Like it seemed like nobody.
It's no discipline.
No matter who they play, that team seems like they know exactly everything they're running.
We have made no changes since week one. None.
Yeah.
No changes.
Yeah.
Because there was never anything to change. It was get the ball to CMC. That's it. Now he's gone. They don't know what the hell to do. Ain't no other game play.
That's my point. Which is why that rule needs to go.
Hey, Corey's point is on point. Matt Rule been there for 2 years. He came in thinking, I got CMC. Ain't had him good the whole time he been there.
If we go back and look at my predictions, I called this. I said we're gonna rely on CMC and our defense entirely too much, and both of them are gonna get burnt out.
Mm-hmm.
I called it.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie though. If I had to choose between CMC and a wet paper towel for durability, I'm taking the wet paper towel.
What about
Sycamore or Detroit? I'm choosing Sycamore.
Oh, hey, look. So listen. Are you choosing Baker Mayfield over Cam or Sam Darnold?
Say again.
Would you rather have Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold or Cam?
PJ Walker, honestly.
Okay.
He's still talking about PJ. They haven't given that man a shot though. They haven't.
Yeah, have we? I'm so serious. I need everybody to go do their homework on this guy. Go look at PJ Walker, man. He's excellent. His play.
Hey man, hey,
it's good.
man. Y'all bullshitting, man. Y'all need to go holler at Johnny Manziel. That man got his life together.
Boy, stop. Johnny Manziel weigh like 165 now. He look like a crackhead.
Hey, PJ Walker is the new Tyrod Taylor. He go get jerked around whatever squad he go to. Ain't nobody gonna give him no chance, man.
Damn.
Have you seen that play when PJ Walker was in the league that got canceled? What was it? Where he threaded the ball sidearm in between them people and the ball hit the receiver right in the hands. Man, that's the best pass I've ever seen in my life. I ain't never seen no shit like that before.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest.
He was doing that in college. He was doing that in Temple. Man, the guy is good, man.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all though, man. Check it out though. I think the Houston Texans organization just don't want a black quarterback. Period.
No, I think they're allergic to winning, man. I just don't, bro. Hey, how are you a team owner and you allow insubordination or someone say, "I want to get rid of the best receiver in the league and give my quarterback David Johnson, who ain't done nothing in 4 years, and who else they get for Hop?" I'm like, man, how?
That was it.
It doesn't matter.
David Johnson and a third round pick, and then you let JJ walk too. Yeah. You let the leader of the team and then like probably one of the biggest public figures in the city of Houston, just because what he did with the flood and the donations and everything. Yeah, I mean, this dude was literally the face of the franchise, JJ Watt, and you let his ass just go.
Just let him walk.
Mm-hmm. You just let him go.
What JJ Watt made it. Go ahead.
He did what?
The front office is not smart. You traded arguably the best receiver, and he was arguably the best receiver when you traded him. like that makes absolutely no sense.
He didn't develop into the best receiver in the NFL. He was that then.
He was already there. He was already there and wanted to stay there with your quarterback, and they had a good rapport. And all you had to do was build and add to it. But
listen. Your quarterback fabricated 30 rape charges to leave.
Imagine being Jerry Krause and be like, "Hey, Michael Jordan, man, let's get the hell out of here, bro." No.
Yeah. But he did it though.
Listen, Houston traded D-Hop for a couple of eyelashes and an IOU.
That's pretty much what they did.
They were relying on the
facts.
They followed the Carolina Panthers blueprint where we feel like we got our franchise quarterback, and you're the only person we want to pay. So we go do it on the cheap, and we seen you win ball games by yourself. So now we're going to ask you to win 12 a year by yourself. A really good quarterback can win you 1 or 2 games by yourself a year, but that was asking him to win 12.
Did you not see the thing after this? After it was the last game of the season, when JJ Watt and Deshaun Watson was walking out the field at the same time, and JJ Watt was like, "I'm sorry, man." He was like, "You deserve more than this." He's like, "I don't know what's going on. We're not giving you enough." You know what I'm saying? And that's how he was talking to him when he was leaving the field. And Deshaun Watson was just sitting there and put his arm around him, man. And then next thing you know, JJ Watt gone too.
Yeah, but Dentrell making a good point with the comment on the screen. He said JJ was getting injured every year for about 4 years.
Well, hell, he just did it in Arizona.
And the injuries he was getting were just like, what the heck? Bicep. Yeah, you sprung a flat tire on your arm?
JJ Watt has played every year with that knee brace on his elbow.
But look, explain that injury to me in football, Corey, because every time I see someone with their injury, I never get it. Especially when they get it in both arms. I say, you both your biceps?
Yeah, but the position he playing, you can't if he can't get no power, no push.
Yeah, if you can't maneuver your arms around, because that's his whole thing is maneuvering his arms or grabbing something and throwing it out of the way. Yeah, if that shit hurts where he can't do that, then he can't play.
He can't play.
I think isn't that what's wrong with him now?
Yeah, it was his bicep, pectoral, and something like that.
Yeah.
No,
he
what?
works out too much. He gives his body no time to rest. Have you seen his off-season workout?
No, I haven't. But I don't think it's the workouts. I think it's the steroids. When you slow down on taking those steroids, I mean, without those steroids,
I don't think. I don't think.
Body looks like the Undertaker.
No, I don't think. I don't think.
That is a wild accusation, man.
Man, that's not JJ. Not JJ.
That man,
Brian Cushing.
That man put that onesie on. He looked just like
Brian Cushing was on that shit in college, man. You can tell. Motherfuckers out there playing stupid. Like, come on, man.
Brian
like,
Cushing,
how
he ain't even
Brian.
He ain't even give JJ Watt a chance just to be injury prone. He's like,
it's them roids. It's them roids, man. And Brian Cushing was on them deer antlers.
So what's the case with CMC then? Did he start taking steroids too?
CMC got too much money. Well, he may have taken some PEDs.
Another one, man.
He may need to if he can.
None.
Hey, listen to me.
You might want to try.
You look at Christian McCaffrey's rookie pictures, and you look at him now, man, and it looks like a different person. His facial structure ain't even the same no more.
Hey, who is this on Facebook that made this comment? You don't go from a nobody at Western Michigan to Wisconsin without a little bit of help. I like that comment. Who's that?
That's a real comment.
I don't know who that is, but I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
No,
who the hell went to Western Michigan?
Well, I guess he was from.
No. JJ Watt started at Western Michigan, and people don't know this. AB was his teammate at Western Michigan.
Yeah,
that's Mike.
Oh, that's Bird.
Yeah,
Bird in the house. What's up, Bird?
I mean, but I say the same thing about Christian McCaffrey. Like, he didn't start getting hurt till he got bigger. His body is not made to carry that type of weight.
And why was he trying to get bigger?
Because he was trying to take that beating. Take that beating. Hell yeah. He gets pummeled.
Hey, Corey, what you should have said? Move your ass to the slot.
I'm telling you, move him to the slot.
That man, they say running back shelf life is 6 years, and you know CMC age like milk, so that's 4.
That boy getting sprung.
Hey, real talk though. Y'all want to know who can handle that size pause and be cool with it? Is Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry been like that for years.
Derrick Henry was that size in high school.
Derrick Henry is done.
Derrick Henry is done. Derrick Henry is done.
Foot injuries with that big body.
He got that same. He got that. Hey man. He got that same. He got that same injury that Yao Ming got. Where that bone came separated.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
Come on, let's all keep it a buck. Derrick Henry is
you want to know
a different type of cat.
Yeah, he's a different dude.
That's a different dude. Yeah, I don't think him and Yao Ming they may got the same injury, but
ain't no steroids for your foot.
Let me put it this way. Hold on, real quick. Let me put it this way.
You stupid Corey.
And Zoe, you can speak to this one.
It's 175 years.
Talking about big back, talking about big backs, big up top, and with twinkle toe feet. Jamal Anderson, how quick did he turn into nothing?
He turned into nothing after the Super Bowl, and it was like he had to run during the Super Bowl. We made it there, we lost. The next year, he was not the same back. I ain't gonna lie.
What was the injury?
Feet. Feet. Mm-hmm.
Look at with Derrick Henry, right? He's so strong that the amount of power he's putting down on that foot, we don't know if that's gonna last.
That's true.
Plus the contact.
But
and
he's been doing this. He's been doing this for how many years did he go to Alabama?
3 months.
Yeah, Something like that.
For real. How long did he go to Alabama?
You mean
there
class?
he was
How,
there.
how long he played football?
How long he played football?
You ain't not finna tell me he maintained that 2.7 GPA at Alabama.
Yo,
Boy,
Mel
y'all so
is
stupid.
How long did he play football at Alabama?
Mel
He
foolish.
was there. He
How
was
long
there
did he
for
play
3
for?
years.
He was
He
there
was there
3
for
years.
3 years.
He was there for 3 years. He was there for 3 years, right? High school, he did 40, and you saw the numbers he put up in high school. He was the only offense in high school. So
And
he's
he
been
rushed
doing
for
this for a
4,500
long period
yards
of
in the
time.
season.
He's been doing this.
Think about that.
He been doing this.
500 yards.
He
This man-
been doing this for a long period of time.
Hey, 4,500 yards and 60 touchdowns.
He been listen. He been doing this for a long time, and now if you watch his workout, I'm pretty sure he been working out somewhat, not like to the extent he been working out now, but even then he was on some kind of crazy workout. If you look at his videos, that motherfucker was always huge.
So what
So
you
this
so
is
what
for
you
him to
saying is
be-
he not gonna wear down like most running backs? Is what you saying? Or are you
No, I
saying?
think
Are you saying he do?
listen, So here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? My thing with this is they caught the injury, they set his ass down. You're done for the season, playoffs or not, whatever, it don't matter. You fix it, you take your off season, you come back, and that's gonna be the difference.
Okay, I give you that.
I could understand that if we were talking about a big receiver or a tight end, even. We're talking about a running back.
We talking about Leon Lett coming out of the backfield.
Listen to this. Listen to this. This dude had 462 carries for 4,261 yards and 55 touchdowns his senior year. That's 327.8 rushing yards per game. 9.22 yards per rush.
So what you saying, Corey, is he been running for a long time?
Yes.
Look, I'm gonna tell you how bad they've been wearing this dude body out, man. This is how bad this dude been wearing this body out. We just got finished talking about Jonathan Taylor in the MVP discussion, and Derrick Henry got hurt, and it took 3 weeks for Jonathan Taylor to pass him in rushing yards and attempts.
He's still number 4 in the league, and that's why. This is why. Hold on. This is why Ryan Tannehill is the absolute GOAT of all quarterbacks of turning a 180 and handing the ball to Derrick Henry.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this, right? Because Tennessee is obviously run heavy. Derrick Henry, 100%. That's the number one option. We'll pass if we need type shit, right? If you put Derrick Henry with an Aaron Rodgers and a Devontae Adams, or a Matthew Stafford and a Cooper Kupp, or a Justin Herbert and a Keenan Allen.
That's unfair.
That's not fair.
It don't matter who you put him with. He's done up, man.
I think we seen that already before with Todd Gurley. Of course he didn't have a quarterback.
That was need. That was a need.
And that happened.
I think it'd be a whole lot worse. It'd be like Todd Gurley, Todd Gurley is Derrick Henry. Like, no, that's not what it is. Like, this would be totally different.
You think so? You don't think Todd Gurley was that elite when he was healthy?
No, not like Derrick Henry. Hell
no. Todd Gurley. No, Todd Gurley was a beast. No, don't get me wrong. Todd Gurley was nice, but Todd Gurley was not baptizing dudes every game like Derrick Henry is.
You right. He was jumping over
them and running around them, and he was catching passes too, like a receiver.
But Derrick Henry do that shit too.
Derrick Henry don't catch no passes.
He do.
Hey, you get Derrick Henry on the swing or a screen, you better get the hell out the way.
Yes.
You better get the hell out the way. Move. Listen. Get out the way.
Absolutely.
It would be science class. They taught you this in science class. They said the fastest way to point B from point A is through. Not around, not over, not under. It's through.
Straight line.
I get it,
Hey,
man. Let's try to navigate through week 14 quickly so we can get the NBA and end this. And Kansas City looked like they back, man. They went back to the basics for about 3 or 4 weeks, and then they was able to come out and look like Kansas City. And the defense all of a sudden is playing phenomenal football.
Crazy.
I'll let Lamar. I'll let you bring this in.
I'm glad you gave it to me because I want to point out. Before the NFL season started, Mel, you said the Raiders was gonna get double-digit wins. You ain't got the receipts on that.
That was. But you know what? That was before Henry Ruggs.
Well, no. Well, wait, not just Henry Ruggs, not just Henry Ruggs.
John Gruden cussed him off on his out.
But go ahead.
No. Look. I'm not going to bash on you too hard because look, is crazy situations that the Raiders went through. But if you stick to just football, losing John Gruden, your offensive play caller, and draws up all the plays, makes the offense look good, makes all the decisions on offense, all of it. You remove him and you put a special teams coach, your offense ain't gonna look the same. Period. So I don't care what they do with that offense, it ain't gonna look the same. So
and Waller's not healthy.
And Waller's missed the last 2 games. That don't help. But what Oakland, I keep calling them Oakland, what the Raiders did by going on that emblem at the 50-yard line. Now, when you do that, you better be able to back it up with some play. You can't come out on the first play, fumble it, and then go the other way for a touchdown. You can't start off that way after you dancing on their midfield. So, but look,
crazy. That was stupid in them.
That was stupid.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do it? It's
you gotta think about that because like if you get smacked at your own crib and then you want to go dance at another nigga house. Same shit that happened.
Literally, the Chiefs have swept the series 89-23. 89 points to 23.
Damn, that's terrible.
89 to 23.
Hey, they must have been studying at Juju Smith-Schuster University.
They was corvetting too much.
Yeah. Well, nonetheless, though, Kansas City looked good, and now all the things that we was talking about week 3, week 4, about them losing their mojo and all that stuff. You kind of don't talk about it as much.
Well, to not to the same degree, but I'll say this because I am a Chiefs fan and I watch the Chiefs. That offense is still not clicking all right. But here's the thing: it's still like fundamental stuff that they messing up. Like they're forgetting to catch the ball. I mean, literally, if you look at all of 13 interceptions of Patrick Mahomes, I can tell you at least he deserves maybe 7 of them. And the rest are nearly off of tip passes from his receivers first, and then they're getting intercepted. And Tyreek's been the biggest component of that this year. So it's like it's literally just shooting themselves in the foot on offense. And thank God that the defense finally started coming around, because if that defense didn't carry this team pretty much on the 6-game winning streak, take the Raider games out, so for 4 games, Kansas City's not 9-4. They're a 500 team.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think Kansas City fought to get back to number 1 in the division, or did the rest of the division start falling off?
Both.
Yeah.
You could say a combination of both. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I don't know what happened to LA, to the Chargers. They hit a wall. It's been ugly.
Well, you got to remember that like they lost a lot of 1-possession games under Anthony Lynn, and so they're trying to shed a lot of stereotypes about their team, and so they're 8-5, so they're not terrible team.
They still in the wild card hunt. They still there.
No, they still in division race. That division's not locked up. They could win Thursday and be in first place.
If Kansas City missteps, the Chargers will be in there.
Yeah.
They're just young, man. Just give them time. First year here, coach, give them time.
Man, I like Justin Herbert. I think he's
I think everybody like Justin Herbert.
No, Justin Herbert
is a good quarterback.
Let me ask y'all another question. Let me ask y'all another question, right? Because the number one seed in the AFC is still up for grabs. It's not totally solid to the Patriots right now, or the Chiefs, whoever has it. If the Chiefs don't get that first week bye, do they make it out of Super Wild Card weekend?
Oh yeah.
No.
It depends on who they would have to play.
Who that matchup would be?
Look.
If you got to mess around and play somebody like Baltimore in the first round because they slipping. But they can get hot.
Baltimore right now.
So listen.
Not right
check
now.
it out. So check it out. If the Chiefs don't get the number one seed, they won't be the division leader either. That means they'll be playing on the road.
Okay.
Would they have to turn around and play? Would they have to turn around and play the Chargers? Would it be Buffalo? Yeah, that's tough.
Buffalo.
They could mess around and play Buffalo. They could mess around and play the Chargers. They could mess around and play New England. They can mess around and play Baltimore.
No. Right. No, what I'm saying right now, if the playoffs were to jump off right now, Kansas City would be seeing Indianapolis, but that'd be at Arrowhead.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be a battle.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see them keeping Jonathan Taylor under $150 in that one.
What?
And the Colts has a good defense.
And their O-line blocks very well too. So let me say this.
The only reason why the Colts don't win that game against the Chiefs is because of Carson Wentz.
If he makes some mistakes, but you know what, he's been keeping his interceptions down. So
yeah, because he's really good at handing the ball off now.
Let's do this with Kansas City. Let's do this, right? Okay. They got the Chargers next, then Pittsburgh, then Cincinnati, and then the last game is Denver.
That's not an easy 4-game stretch.
Pittsburgh don't stand a chance.
Pittsburgh. No. Look. I'm not gonna say that, Mel, because Pittsburgh. No. Look, as inconsistent as Pittsburgh is,
was one pass away.
Yeah,
and you know what? And it was a great pass.
It was a great pass. Look,
it was a great pass.
I'll put it to you like this. If the Chiefs beat the Chargers, they're gonna lose to the Steelers.
Ooh. Nah, you can't let down after that, because you're talking about a week and a half for Andy Reid to come up with a game plan to stop Najee Harris, pretty much, and you're not worried about a big bill.
That Pittsburgh game is going to be a trap game for them if they beat the Chargers.
Oh, it's definitely a trap game. But you asking a Steelers team whose defense is struggling, you can see that, like, if Dalvin Cook is running 205 on them.
Right.
Yeah, in the first half. In the first half.
Right. So the Steelers defense is struggling. But how much help does the defense need if the offense is not completing what they're supposed to do in the first place?
Yeah, but bro, you don't want a struggling defense against Patrick Mahomes. You want a struggling defense against Patrick Mahomes?
Would you
I will say this: Patrick Mahomes like to hold on to the ball, and T.J. Watt is still on that defense. He gonna get after the quarterback.
That's true.
Yeah, but you don't say Cam Hayward. That dude older than dirt, man. Don't do that.
Still got to double down on him. Still have to.
Well, yeah, they on the field a lot. Yes, you're right. Whoever that Facebook user is, you're right.
But my main point is you put a struggling defense like Pittsburgh on Patrick Mahomes. You just saw what a struggling defense in the Raiders do against Patrick Mahomes. It's the same situation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, before y'all continue on with that, let me correct Facebook user on this comment. Steelers defense is struggling because Big Ben is booty. Correction. Big Ben is not booty. Big Ben steals booty.
Okay. Okay. I'm done.
Hey, let's move on because this whole thing is gonna get shut down.
I'm done.
Hey, real quick,
Facebook will shut this whole shit down.
Real quick though, how bad does Minnesota have to be to almost lose that motherfucking game?
Yeah, that's who they are.
Not
That's
bad at all. It just shows you
That's just who they are.
Of Pittsburgh and shows you how good and of a coach Mike Tomlin is.
Yeah, I agree.
Dalvin Cook said it after the game. That's Minnesota Vikings football for you.
Bro, Mike Zimmer got to be up out of there. I mean, this been him the whole time Minnesota he's been coaching.
I can't believe he still got a job, man. This dude been on the hot seat from the first year he got hired. How you on the hot seat 20 years in a row?
Hey, I for sure thought he was gonna get fired after losing to us. I knew that was gonna happen.
On the screen.
Yeah, the answer is Cam Newton. If Cam Newton come in with Carolina and get a whole training camp, remember this is the second year in a row he ain't had no training camp with the squad, and he trying to learn the offense on the fly.
Yeah, I give you that point, man. I give you that point.
You gotta throw in there. No,
it ain't no offense, man. The offense is giving the ball to CMC,
and he been missing for 2 years.
Wayne, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's an interesting. That old man got that young supermodel like that. She know what she doing, boy. She read the Brittany Reiner book.
Yeah, she waiting out. That's what she doing.
Oh yeah, she definitely waiting him out, and she probably putting a little bit of cyanide in his coffee a little bit every day.
Shut up. Yo, man, you rolling today.
Yep.
You
wild.
Yeah.
But
she said a little bit of cyanide in his coffee.
Yeah.
A little bit every day.
Treat him like a Rockwell and put a little antifreeze in his Kool-Aid. He won't taste it.
I don't know how you know this. I don't want to know why you
antifreeze in a Rockwell.
Mel be up late night watching them ID channel shows and shit.
Nah.
What's that show called? The one where the snapped. That's what it called. Yeah.
Y'all so stupid, man. All right, man. Corey, you would like this topic because you tried to talk about it for the first 30 minutes of the show, and I had to stop you.
Not worried about you, Mel.
Michael Parsons.
Should we be considering him for defensive player of the year and not just defensive rookie of the year?
I mean, you can have another conversation.
Why not?
I mean, because Garrett's playing superior football too, and if you had a vote, would you vote for Garrett or would you vote for the rookie? Or would you split the baby and say, man, let's give him defensive rookie of the year and maybe rookie of the year and then give defensive player of the year to Garrett?
You only get an offensive and defensive rookie of the year. That's all you get. So there is no total rookie of the year. There's not one of those.
It should be. But go ahead. So if you had to vote, would it be rookie of the year for him only, or would you also vote for defensive player of the year for him?
I would have to seriously consider defensive player of the year.
And then what would be your decision? How would you make the decision over Garrett?
If you look at the tackles and the sacks, there is a vast difference in tackles. They play different positions, yes, but Michael Parsons lines up at both. He lines up in middle linebacker on first and second downs. On third down, he comes down to the end, right? So he does outside linebacker.
I don't think that's fair, Corey, because like Myles Garrett only lined up in one spot. He can't just drop back to be linebacker.
Versatile, baby. You can't knock that man because he's versatile.
No, you can't do that.
But here's the thing, right? He will only be the defensive rookie of the year because for the player of the year, for defensive player of the year, Trayvon Diggs is gonna steal some of his votes. He is.
Is he though? I mean, yeah. Yes, he is. But
a lot of the pressure comes that Diggs gets picks from. A lot of that comes
because
from
of Michael Parsons.
Because of Michael Parsons.
Yeah. They work together.
Yep. So I don't know.
So let me ask y'all a question because I had seen something on Facebook the other day. It was like, regardless of the fact that Diggs has got 9 interceptions through whatever, he leads the league in most yards given up on receivers and like all these other stats. Is like, man, you really get cooked out here.
Jiffy cornbread.
Is that something? Is that something that gets looked at when it comes down to?
If I was a voter, yeah.
Or it's like, oh, this man got 9 interceptions.
If I was a voter, I would be looking at the whole thing. I wouldn't just be looking at the 9 interceptions. I would be looking at, okay, you do get burnt around the edges. It is a little Jiffy cornbread out there, and we got these other guys that's just taking the quarterback down. And then, just like Corey said, hey man, this stud that's rushing the passer is part of the reason why you getting those interceptions thrown your way, or those bad balls thrown your way. I mean, you can catch because you used to play receiver, so you capitalizing on it, but it ain't like Revis Island over there. Like you can be got.
So another thing, man, is Aaron Donald not getting considered again either?
That defense ain't been
that
looking
man
so
getting
dominant.
Triple team.
Of course.
Lately,
triple team though. Like if you
playing good ball.
triple team to avoid getting to the quarterback, if you got to get triple team to avoid getting to the quarterback, and you still find ways to disrupt plays, like dude, you took Russell Wilson out for 6 weeks just because you got back there with pressure. Like
I'm with you, but
man.
He wouldn't get my vote over Garrett or Parsons this year.
Well, look. So I'm gonna be honest. So I'm looking at the stats right now. So T.J. Watt leads the league with 16 sacks. Myles Garrett 15. Nick Bosa 14. Robert Quinn at 14. Trey Hendrickson. My fault. Matt Judon in New England 12 and a half.
Hey, Judon balling too.
Yeah, he is. Trey Hendrickson, who left from New Orleans to Cincinnati's 12 and a half. And then you got Michael Parsons right there at 12. And then Aaron Donald's hats 10. But everybody's tackle for losses, they're all within that same range of 16, 15, 17. So everybody's stats is all in the same area.
How many tackles does Michael Parsons have versus everybody else?
Hey, if you're talking about tackles, yeah, Michael Parsons, his
you gotta be careful with that, though, man, because you got to be careful with that because just because somebody has a lot of tackles don't mean they're playing great defense.
Michael Parsons is playing great defense. It's not a Jalen Smith thing. It's not 140 tackles, but you making those tackles 11 yards down the field. That's not what's happening.
That's
at
not
all.
The case at
Michael
all.
Parsons is playing good football.
We can see Michael Parsons affecting the game and disrupting offenses at the same time, punishing quarterbacks and getting back there getting sacks. We can see that.
So y'all saying, because I don't really watch the Cowboys like that, but y'all saying that Michael Parsons, most of his tackles is inside the chain.
Yes, absolutely.
Michael Parsons is doing something.
He is the real deal.
Yeah. There's no cap on that. You can't fake what he's doing. Like that man is literally being a game like record. He is messing. He is messing offensive game plans, and that puts him on a level of a Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald. It does. Of a TJ Watt, because
why does TJ Watt never get any love?
No. TJ Watt gets love. He just won defensive player of the year last year, didn't he?
Okay, I don't think so.
He ain't getting no love because
I think Aaron Donald got it last year.
Aaron Donald was the defensive player of the year.
But this
TJ
is
Watt.
Thing,
I'm listening.
Like your individual success has to have a little bit of team success.
Team success.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
So if that's the case, right? Because here's what I'm thinking, right? Most times you're probably gonna give it to the dude who got the most sacks, right? But if you're talking about it's got to contribute to team success too, right? Boom, TJ Watt is out of there because
that takes Myles Garrett out of there too.
Yeah, boom. Yep, boom. Myles Garrett's out of there.
So that leaves Michael Parsons and Aaron Donald. That's what that leaves.
Judon.
And Judon, yeah. Then Judon, Judon, Michael Parsons, and Aaron Donald. Then that if that's the
Tavon
criteria,
Diggs,
that puts him in there.
And y'all can correct me. No, not correct me, but y'all can disagree. But even though the Browns ain't in a really good situation as far as their playoff picture or their playoff hopes, I still think the only reason why they even won the games that they won is because of the run game and the defense. And the defense is anchored by Garrett. So I think Garrett could still get some consideration. Yeah. Because they still,
he might get some consideration. He might get some consideration, but because unless the Browns go on some crazy win streak to take over that division by the end of the season, it's not going to be enough to surpass, Judon, Michael Parsons, and Aaron Donald. And Michael Parsons is going to get Rookie of the Year. Defense is like that's locked up.
I don't think Diggs get a lot of votes.
No. Michael Parsons is going to get defensive Rookie of the Year. But now that
so I'm gonna tell you, if Diggs pick off 4 more passes and get to 13,
you got to put
and break the NFL record.
Then what? In the conversation.
Yeah. If you break a record, then the voters is gonna vote.
Oh, they're gonna flock on it like bees to honey, man.
Hold on. So, but I feel like in Trayvon Diggs' case, it's gonna be the same thing with Russell Westbrook. Okay, you broke the triple-double record, but you padded it to get there. Like, you sucked the rest of the way.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing that I don't agree with, because I watch all the Cowboy games, right? You cannot tell me that the other corner, Anthony Brown, is not giving up less yards than Trayvon Diggs. You can't tell me that, because I watched the game. Anthony Brown is a toast bucket. That's what he is. And you can't tell me that Trayvon Diggs is giving up more yards.
Toast bucket, dog.
And those are the stats. If you look at the stats from NFL.com, he's like 5th in the league. Whatever you're saying what you saw on Facebook. I've seen that, and that's fabricated. It's not true.
He is Jeffrey Cohen. He do get burned on the edges, man.
I watched the games. That dude does not get beat like that. Now, I will tell you this: he will grab the shit out of. He grabbed the shit out of Justin Jefferson. He's not letting you beat him deep. That's not happening.
Now, Corey, let me ask you this. You watch the game, right? How often do they throw the old boy side than they throw the Trayvon Diggs side?
They don't throw to Trayvon Diggs side like that no more, because they don't want to throw no picks.
Yeah, you stupid.
But in the first half of the season, which side? In the first half of the season, which side was seeing more targets? Diggs side or the other side?
Well, I tell you what, that first game of the season, Tom Brady found Anthony Brown and torched his ass.
He said he a walking penalty, dog.
Yes, he is.
Hey, Corey, please let's go down to the Cowboys. Let's go to Texas, right? I'm gonna put on the referee uniform, and whenever the Cowboys come in, when we see Anthony Brown, let's just throw flags in front of him, like.
Hey, Mel, if you do that when they go to Oxnard for training camp, bro, please film that, because I want to find something.
Listen to me. If you did that, if you were to do that as soon as he walked out on the field and you threw a flag out there, bro, he would jump that fence and fight you, bro. I guarantee you. He'd be so mad, bro. But hey, he get beat.
Fuck around and get banned for life.
Yeah, you won't ever be allowed to Oxnard again.
I'm gonna throw that flag down and hit him with that daggone defense the whole day.
Pass interference, bro. 30.
Bro, what do you have? 5 on Thanksgiving Day?
Well, now they did him dirty. They did him dirty though. They did him dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pick on him. They pick on him a little bit.
Yeah, they did. They picked on him.
His side every time. I'm throwing to his side every time.
Oh, every time.
That's what I'm saying. So Diggs, they do not throw to his side. If they do, they try to sneak something over his head. Like Washington snuck that deep right over his head.
I've been watching because I've been kind of seeing a little bit. They've been kind of letting Trayvon Diggs kind of play a little zone and kind of hawk.
He just hulk right in that area. Yes, and they let Casey play over the top of it, and he just sit there and just wait for the ball to be thrown.
That's because once they stop throwing to his side, that's how they've been able to disguise him and hide him a little bit.
Because
that's the best thing for you to do.
Completely stop throwing to his side.
Yeah.
I got a question. I got a question just for Corey. All right, Corey.
You gonna eat your cornbread?
I want to eat.
Are you in charge of the girls? I'm in charge of the girls. Are you in charge of the girls? I'm in charge of the girls.
Corey,
y'all stupid. What's up, my brother?
Who's the better corner, Trayvon Diggs or Jalen Ramsey?
Right now, that's tough.
Yeah, it is tough.
I'd probably take Ramsey. I probably would. Trayvon Diggs is only his second year in the NFL.
They might be the same dude, except one's older.
Yeah, I think they play the same way. They pretty much do.
They do. It's super. They both ultra aggressive, and you know what I mean. And it's just Diggs. Diggs is. I mean, Diggs can really catch the football. Like he can catch for real. Like he's the receiver. You know what I'm saying? He can catch. Yeah. That would be the only difference. But they play the same type of football.
All right, let's switch to NBA real quick, man. We can't end the show without talking about this guy breaking Ray Allen's record. He's now number 1 all time in 3-pointers. Past Ray Allen in Madison Square Garden. Was it last night or the night before last?
Last night.
Last night, man. That was a wonderful thing he did. Ray Allen was there. Reggie Miller was there. Reggie Miller's number 3. Everybody makes a big deal about how fast he did it. I think almost close to half
the time.
Yeah, Ray Allen did, but that just goes to the more threes being shot. Now Ray Allen didn't come into the league shooting 8 or 9 threes a game. He was shooting like maybe 3 threes a game, 4 threes a game. So it doesn't say that he's such a greater shooter than Ray Allen just because he did it so much faster. But he actually kind of is. But
I was gonna say,
he is, but that's not the evidence for it, though.
He is.
But
can I tell y'all something that surprised me though about that?
What?
James Harden is 4th on that list.
Yeah, he putting them up. But James Harden is not the 3-point shooter that Ray Allen, Steph.
No, of course not. Of course not. And when it's all said and done, I was just talking to my friends about this yesterday. Like when it's all said and done, when Steph does finally retire, because who knows how many years he has left. But I think that might be the record that will never be.
Is he 30?
33. He's 33.
Is he?
Well,
is he?
Yeah. So far, it depends on how long he plays because John Stockton played for a long time. I want to say Stockton played for 20 years. And on top of him being such a willing passer and such a good passer at that assist record is almost untouchable.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's as good as J. Kidd and CP3 are, they're not going to touch it. They have to play at least 21, 22 years to touch it.
Well, J. Kidd's out because he's coaching, so he can't change none of his numbers.
You got to think about it. The next closest active person on that 3-point list is James Harden. And Steph Curry is going to hit 3,000 threes this year. And James Harden is only at 25.09, and both are still playing. And I think they might retire around the same time.
You're right.
Plus or minus 1 or 2 years.
Right.
James Harden will never catch, and that's out of the top 10. This was the top 10 list. The only other active player besides Steph was James. I don't think Steph Curry's record is getting touched.
You might be right because them being both around the same age and they're probably going to retire around the same time. And plus, I think Steph take care of his body better than Harden. I don't think Harden just got. And then Harden is playing on a team with KD and Kyrie, so he's not going to be shooting threes like he was in Houston.
Mm-mm.
You get what I'm saying? So he's going to slow down on that.
James Harden's game is more diverse because he can put it down on the ground and drive too. Steph will do it too, but
see. But that's one of the things that I wish people would not categorize with Steph Curry. They always just think he's a 3-point shooter. Like if you really look at his game,
Steph can do a lot.
He can do a lot on the court, and that's one thing that I love about his game. You know, it's not just him just being a 3-point shooter. Like he's a basketball player. You know what I'm saying?
That's for sure.
He's a basketball player that just so happens to be the greatest shooter ever.
Yeah.
So you think he is the
like I was
greatest
saying,
shooter?
like,
oh yeah, the greatest shooter ever, without a doubt.
Ever.
If my life is on the line and I gotta grab somebody, I'm grabbing Steph.
Because
the things that Steph Curry, there's 2 players in the league I absolutely love to watch, and it's KD and it's Steph. KD because just being 6'10", 6'11", and being able to score however, whenever you want to is magical. And then Steph, to be able to do the things with a ball from wherever on the court, and 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be good, and you can't defend.
Yo, Steph Curry's he's in shooting range in the locker room, bro.
That's fine. You didn't see where he shot the ball from the tunnel?
His range is the parking lot.
Yeah, his range is the parking lot. Hey, but because man,
there was a video. I follow these dudes, RDC World.
Yeah,
it was like the way you got to guard Steph Curry, you got to guard him when he wake up. Like, and he was guarding him all day.
I saw that.
Still hit the shot.
I saw that. Yeah. I saw that.
Like Steph Curry, the things he's done to the game of basketball.
Thank you.
That's why I said personally, if he's not on your Rushmore, what we talking about?
Oh no, but because hold on, because man, I took your advice, so I started doing some short clips for our page at IOW.
I saw both of them. And
so check this out. You got to give Steph Curry his credit because he is what you call a game changer and of how you play the style of basketball. Like, and you kind of alluded to it earlier. Like Ray Allen was only the amount of rates that he was taking 3-point shots, but the amount of rates that Steph is taking 3-point shots, that really didn't start till he kicked that off. And you look at how the game has evolved. It has literally eliminated all the physicality in the paint in the center. Like even Joel Embiid is shooting threes. Anthony Davis is shooting threes. LeBron James, once he's in his career, let me not try to go to the hole all the time. Let me try to get a 3-point shot. But nobody can do it like Steph. Like he got guys in AAU basketball shooting threes. That's all they're practicing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like he has really changed the way that the game of basketball is played, and that's why you have to give that man props for what he does.
You want to know how much he's changed the game, bro? So 2K22, right? When you do your My Career, you can do all these types of different badges and stuff, and all this type of stuff, right?
Did we lose him? You see that, Chris?
No, he got that jitterbug connection. Oh yeah, you might want to tighten that up, bro.
Yeah, hold on. What's up, Chris?
What happened?
I don't know. Yeah, your phone hung up or something.
Oh well, hey, we good though? I'm back.
Yeah, so you said
you back.
So you said on 2K. Go ahead.
So on 2K, like when you make your My Career, they do all these different badges. You can, whatever. One of the shooting badges is literally named Chef. Like that's crazy. Like to have your own badge describing how you play the game.
Yeah.
In the video game.
I get
like the man is just like you can't not give him his props, bro. Like the badge is literally describing Curry.
No,
Chef Curry.
Hey, look, so Lacor, I agree 100%, and I agree with most of what Lamar said. Steph Curry have influenced a whole generation with how he plays basketball. The only thing I would disagree on is that the way the game is played in the NBA now, with the big man being kind of obsolete, it started before Steph got there. D'Antoni was the one who was throwing the threes up. And
that's fair.
The guys that was coming in and introducing advanced analytics, saying that mid-range jump shots was the worst shot on the basketball court. You want threes and layups, right? That the post play got taken out of it because David Stern changed the rules and made that kind of obsolete. So those things was strategically done purposely for a more up-tempo, up-pace, higher scoring basketball. Right. And then with Steph Curry being such a great shooter that he was,
that's a fair point.
Nobody could take advantage of it as well as he could.
But at least give me this. He's the face of that change.
He is.
Okay.
He is. Yeah. He is. Because he's the greatest shooter. And in this era, his skill set made him a 2-time MVP and 1-time unanimous. And he might be getting a second MVP, third MVP this year, which is the next topic we want to talk about. Yeah. So let's talk about the MVP candidates, the MVP race. Steph was winning it hands down early on. They had the best record in the league. They only had like
what
2
KD
losses.
been doing this week? Whew.
What KD been doing lately, and then when you factor in the fact that KD's second best player is out due to COVID, Steph's second best player is out due to the surgery he had, and they both got their teams number 1 in the East and number 1 in the West. And
looking like a collision course for the finals, man. It's looking like that. It's looking like that. But
as far as MVP candidates, who you got 1, 2, and 3 for the NBA?
Can I go 1A and 1B?
Do it how you want.
Shit. Man, give me Steph at the 1. And I know it's the easy way to go, but damn it, just you look at how dynamic this team is and just his play. And it's not just his 3-point shooting, because lately he's trying to get this record. His 3-point shooting ain't been so hot. But he's still doing other things to make sure that his team gets the W. So I can appreciate that. Go ahead, give me KD 2, and then honestly, this is hard for me to say, and it might not be stat wise, but damn it, I hate to say it, but maybe Bron might be 3, because he's been playing some good basketball. As much as I feel about LeBron, you got to give him his props. Like I saw him get up and get that block tonight, and they called it goaltending, but that was for him to be 38. And that vertical still looked kind of nice.
There you go again, putting his age in there.
I know, but I'm just saying. But come on, if you 40, Mel, if you was 40 and you did that vertical, I would give you props all damn day about what that man just did.
Yeah, but you wouldn't give me. You wouldn't. That wouldn't be if you got to add that in to your MVP monologue, then that tells me that he's not actually doing enough to win it without mentioning it. Like, you have to mention, look what he's doing at 38.
But guess what, Mel? This goes to my bigger point. If you have to factor in LeBron being 38 and being in the MVP candidate, where's the other guys that's in the league that need to step their game up? That's all I'm saying. LeBron.
Yeah, I think that's different though. Let me give you an example. My son learning how to drive. He's 16, right? And let's say you get in a car with him and y'all go up the street, and then you come back and be like, I'll be like, hey man, so what you think? Can he drive? And you be like, for 16, yeah. Versus, nah, he can drive. So when we say, is Bron in the MVP discussion? If so, why? Well, because he's doing this at 38. Why can't it just be, look what he's doing and then leave it at that?
Yeah, but hold on. My take was for him to get a vertical at 38. I'm not talking about his game. I'm talking about just that vertical, that instance of him getting that block tonight.
I get that.
Being 38 and getting up that high.
I get that. But we talking about MVP though.
Corey, the man was almost like 5 feet above the rim. That is
6'8".
Okay, let me see you go do that, Corey.
I'm not 6'8".
So for me, I'm like I guess you could say like a traditionalist. So MVP is the most valuable player, right?
Mm-hmm.
You take that player away from that team, do they do as good with them or without them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You take Steph away from the Warriors right now. I don't think they're the best team in the league. You take KD away from the Nets. I don't think they're the best team in the East. You take LeBron away from the Lakers, and they're just as shit as they are now.
Hey, so Corey used that same example when we was talking about MVP earlier with the NFL, and I didn't respond to it, but I never liked their explanation for MVP because if you take anybody that's good off their team, then that team is not going to be the same.
Not necessarily, Mel. And I have a very good example. If you're willing to hear it,
sure.
Kawhi Leonard left the Raptors, and the next year they were still in the playoffs.
But what does that mean though? They weren't
that they were just as good with him that they was without him.
They weren't just as good with him because they went and won the finals with him, and without him they didn't reach the finals.
First round exit.
But they still made the playoffs, and they were a top 4 seed. I think they was actually number 2.
Right, but hold on, look. Listen. No.
Let me land.
All right,
let me land.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
When LeBron left every team that he left, they were absolute dog shit the following year, right or wrong?
Wrong.
Name them.
But I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong. Because when LeBron left, he wasn't the only one that left. So you can't say that LeBron left and the team fell apart. When LeBron left, in most cases, the coaches also got fired, right? And most cases, either all right. So let's go with Cleveland.
They went through a huge roster change when LeBron leaves.
Yeah, when he left Cleveland the first year,
take all his players with him.
Yeah,
when he left Cleveland the first year, Mike Brown was the coach, right? Hold on, let me finish. When he left Cleveland the first year, Mike Brown was the coach. He got fired, right? So when you have a team that's running an offense, and by the way, the offense they're running is the LeBron offense. You have a team running the LeBron offense. You bring in players that suit that style, and that coaches that. They did that for 3 years. LeBron leaves, the coaches get fired. How you going to run the LeBron offense without LeBron and a new coach?
Okay.
Right. And then hold on. And then they lost Mo Williams and some more people. So that's a whole thing. Then he goes to Miami, right? When he leaves Miami, right? They got rid of Wade was hurt. Bosh had the blood clots that year, right? Totally different squad. Wade ain't got no knees no more. Bosh is all jacked up. He's barely playing. And Ray Allen retires. Mike Miller retires. Rashard Lewis retires. Birdman is gone. The whole squad was gone. Right. So of course they go look. Then when he goes to Cleveland and leave Cleveland to go to LA, they fired Ty Lue. They benched Kevin Love. They cut
Kyrie goes to Boston.
They cut J.R. Smith, and they bring in the kid Garland, that point guard, and what's the other point guard? Sexton.
Colin Sexton.
As rookies. They starting these dudes.
Okay, yeah, I see your point. But then so the answer, I see your point, but answer me this. Then what's your definition of MVP if it's not like what I said?
I thought MVP was the MVP of the league, not the MVP of a team, right?
Explain that.
It's the MVP of the league. Who's the most valuable player?
That sounds like a popularity award rather than a competition award.
That's why Tom Brady in it all the time.
right. So the MVP of the league is going to be who's giving the league the most havoc. Who is taking down everybody, and that's why head-to-head battles are so important. Because if you're the baddest dude on your team, and it's another dude that's bad on his team, and then both of y'all teams are contenders, and one or two or three in your respective conferences, and then y'all meet, and we get to see y'all go face to face head off, and one of y'all get the best of each other. Oh man.
Okay, so Steph and KD are consensus 1 and 2. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Why is Chris Paul not being talked for number 3?
It's a good question. It might be based on his performance being.
He might not be putting up 26, 27 points like the rest of the guys, but
that's why
he's leading that team to being in competition with the Warriors for the best team in the league.
I agree.
Yeah, but they want the stats to go with it though. That's how the NBA works.
Yeah.
Those stats are Devin Booker's though.
Devin Booker ain't played the last few games.
Yeah.
And Chris Paul still got been feeding JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee been looking like a new center. You know what I'm saying? Like he been still finding ways for that team to win without Devin Booker, without DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton was out too.
I agree.
They said that was it was Chris Paul's first game without both of them. And they still, I mean, it was Boston, but they still beat the shit out of them.
I agree. Chris Paul is, I mean, maybe he should be number 3. Maybe he should be in the discussion.
That's my top.
I'm not putting LeBron in there because I don't give a damn about his 6'8" version.
Yeah.
Nah.
And so my thing about this is like, this might be a little off topic, but like LeBron and the Lakers, they're floating around 500. They're not doing that hot, but they get into that mode where they do good. LeBron get a block, or AD finally hit a shot when he's in a game longer than 12 minutes, or Westbrook didn't turn the ball over. They celebrating like they just won a championship. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
But that's the whole team away.
That's Westbrook's personality, though. That's Westbrook's personality. I watched this man get absolutely cooked by Damian Lillard in a playoff game. Absolutely cooked, right? And then this dude hits a 3 in Damian Lillard's face, and he's up there rocking the baby. Too small. I'm like, dude, you down 3-1 in the series, and you're getting cooked in this game.
Hey, probably gave him 45 that night too.
I think he did.
That was the game that Damian Lillard hit the shot in PG face.
Yeah. But if you look at, if you didn't know the score and you were just watching Westbrook's mannerism, you would think they was up by 30.
Hey, it's funny how we talk about this because I know me and you may have never been crazy fans about Westbrook's game. And they already secretly talk about trading this.
Secretly? Ain't no damn secret.
Ain't no secret no more.
No more. No, it ain't no secret no more, dog.
If they find one dummy that'll take on his contract, he on the next thing smoking. Yes.
They gonna dump it quick.
But who gonna take it?
I was like, I told everyone as soon as all these signings was happening, they made a trade for Russell Westbrook, they got Carmelo, they got Dwight Howard back, Rondo, this, that, and I was like, I'm not impressed. Like, it's not going to translate to nothing.
Yeah.
When the season started, the Lakers were favorites to win the championship. Then it was, I think, the Suns and the Nets, and then Milwaukee again.
You had Buddy Hield right there. All you had to do was just take it, cash in the ticket.
And now you look at it as like, I mean, of course, I'm pretty sure nobody expected the Warriors to have the season that they're having. But
I did
just to say that the Warriors are having this season with a star and a role player, well, a superstar, a role player, and their other star still out, and a bunch of other role players, and they're the best team in the league. And you mean to tell me that they're supposed to beat this Laker team that's got all-stars from the last 15 years?
Man, this Laker team couldn't win a playing game, bro.
Yeah.
Man. And listen, let's not talk about that playing game wasn't a blowout. The Warriors almost beat the Lakers.
The Warriors almost beat them. Yeah, they did. I don't know how the Lakers got past that one, but they barely got in there. That would have been really bad for LeBron's legacy if they didn't make the playoffs.
They still got bounced in the first round because they didn't deserve to be there.
They did.
I'm not impressed by this Lakers team at all. And the fact that they had 19-point leads at least twice against the Thunder and still lost. And at that point, that was the Thunder's only 2 wins of the season.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
They just won they just won by like 3 in overtime tonight, playing against who was they playing?
And I bet they celebrated with champagne and cigars and all that shit.
Yeah,
I know Westbrook did
tonight.
Dallas, yeah, without Luka. But I know for a fact Westbrook probably celebrated and popped champagne.
I told somebody
LeBron did too.
I told somebody a couple weeks ago, I was like, the Lakers are not making the playoffs this year.
It's possible.
They're not even gonna make the play in.
They'll
get to
the play. Promise you, I'll call you this.
Yeah. So let me say this though. now that Chris mentioned CP3, because I wasn't even thinking about him, and I was gonna have KD one, just because of what's going on the last couple of weeks. KD is one. He had a 50-point game. Harden has been out. KD has pulled out some good wins, and he was on the floor last game with him, Patty Mills, and 3 rookies.
There was only 8 people on that roster that was available, and he dropped a triple-double.
Exactly. They got hit by COVID. They only had 8 players, and he was on the court with 3 rookies and got it out a win, man. And that's after
a triple-double win, too.
And that's after a 51-point game. So what he's been doing lately has put him number 1. I had Steph number 1 at first, but now it's KD, Steph 2, and I would have to put CP3 at 3 after listening to what Chris LaCour said. But go ahead, Corey. How you got it?
Steph number 1.
Dialing.
KD number 2. Giannis number 3.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that though.
I can dig it.
I think Giannis has changed my perspective on him is because he actually makes the effort to try to work on the things that he knows he's not proficient at. So I can respect that. And man,
Giannis just trying to get better.
But I'm telling you, but what he does great as in getting to the hole, man, like there's times he's unstoppable. And it's like, what are you gonna do with that? Like what? Are you gonna take that charge? I mean, it's gonna hurt, but what you gonna do? How you gonna guard him? He's getting better. He's getting better. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, he's playing.
But I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Chris Paul. I don't think that. I don't think KD is having a better season than Steph Curry is, because KD's team is supposed to win. Steph's team ain't supposed to be winning right now.
Look again, mother sucker.
They're not.
Why is KD's team supposed to win without his second best player?
Because I mean, he still got James Harden.
Yeah, but James Harden is not healthy. He's playing hurt.
Yeah, I mean that's his fault. He's not healthy because he's fat.
So why is Brooklyn supposed to win, but the Warriors is not?
Because he's supposed to come in healthy. He's supposed to come in shape. It's not KD's fault that he didn't come in shape.
Corey, you know that currently KD is leading the league in points and Steph is 4th, right?
I believe that.
No, but let's go back to the degree of difficulty for so you saying what Steph is doing, the degree of difficulty is more than what KD has to deal with?
I'm not so sure about level of difficulty. I mean, we talked about this before, right? I mean, you the one that even said KD creates everything easier than Steph, right?
Oh, as far as their offense, yeah. What I said is KD scores easier than Steph.
Okay, so level of difficulty. What are we talking about here?
But what I'm saying is the totality of the team. So you got 2 teams, and you look at the whole team, and then you take the superstar, you take the best player on those teams, and you measure which one has a harder job to get a win. Is it Steph or KD?
Steph.
You think Steph got a harder job to get a win than KD?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and why?
Well, because for one, Wiggins is decent. He's a decent ball player. Draymond Green, I'm not counting on him to do anything. You know what I mean?
Anything? Nothing. No assist.
I'm gonna count to get a rebound. Yeah, I count on him to get a rebound or 2. Yeah, but I mean, okay. I mean, what are you saying? I count on KD to get rebounds and score. I count on them to do that. They count on Steph to do everything.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Draymond has his role. He's not there to score. He's there to play defense, get rebounds, be an emotional leader, and do intangible. Be an
emotional leader. So I'm a rah sis boom box. So I'm another cheerleader on the court. That's what you're saying?
Draymond is
come on, man. Emotional leader. Come on, man.
Draymond is this era's Dennis Rodman.
Yes. I mean, he's there. Okay, cool. Go give me a rebound or 2. Do what you got to do, right? KD is supposed like James Harden. James Harden.
Hey, my bad. Urban Meyer out, yo.
Good.
They fired him.
Damn, they fired him.
He's out.
Good.
Damn, you let him finish the season.
Did you see how he shook what's his name's hand on Sunday?
What Vrabels?
See how he shook his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, just walk by him, just and walk, get away from him.
Hey, my fault on that. That literally just.
I'm glad. I'm glad you did that because and what I don't want to happen is Urban Meyer to walk straight into one of those good college programs.
What make you think he ain't?
No. Hold on, Corey. The game has passed him by. He hasn't coached in the NIL college football atmosphere. That's a different monster. He can't handle that. When you're talking about players with motivated by money, he just left a team with players that get paid for money to play football.
He just left a team that's full of adults that ain't gonna listen to no man
because they get paid.
He didn't leave it.
Him.
Yeah, he didn't. He's not talking to. You're not talking to a group of kids, some 18-year-old kids. It's totally different. It's not the same.
Yeah, but these 18-year-olds are getting $1 million a year now.
$1 million a year. He gonna get $30 million a year to go coach somewhere.
He get no $30 million a year.
He might. Okay, sorry, 12. My bad.
No, that's Nick Saban money. He ain't getting Nick Saban.
You
money.
think Urban Meyer ain't getting Nick Saban money? Urban Meyer is going to come in and say I'm more than Nick Saban money because when Nick Saban was winning national championships, I was.
It was Dabo too. Don't act like Dabo wasn't winning either.
Dabo get paid like that too.
Yeah,
you think he ain't gonna get that money?
But I'm telling you, that's not the same college football game he was coaching now. That's not
what
the
you
same
mean.
game.
Ohio State run the same damn offense. Ain't nothing different.
Yeah,
that's his offensive coordinator. That's the head coach.
I know that. I get that.
That's his offense.
And that's okay. But what I'm saying, the game's still Morse.
What you mean?
If first of all, if he was so great and the game didn't pass him by, he got bumped out. But hold on, Corey. Corey
didn't get bumped out, man. He was sick.
He was not sick. Ohio State told him to resign because he was over there trying to cover for an assistant that was beating on his wife.
Okay, fine. So that means the game passed him by. Were they winning when he was there?
Bro, if he was so sought after, then he would have already had a job right now. Jacksonville. He
turned down a bunch of jobs,
bro.
A lot of jobs to go talk in the damn thing because he said he was having headaches.
But he
look at it.
But he can't go back to the like a D1 right off the bat. He need to sit down for at least 2-3 years, dog.
Come on, player. He is going to one of these D1 schools. You can guarantee.
He is the PR right now. You don't touch him right now.
Come on, man.
Did Oklahoma fill Lincoln Riley spot?
Nope.
Yeah, they did.
Oh no, they got no. Oregon hasn't filled their spot yet.
No.
And neither did LSU. LSU ain't got no coach either.
Yeah, they do. They got Brian Kelly. Where y'all been the last?
They got Brian Kelly. They got Brian.
Oh,
Kelly.
they went and got Brian Kelly.
Yeah,
they got Brian Kelly. That Oregon job is not filled yet.
No. Oregon got the guy from Georgia.
Oregon got the guy from
coordinator.
Oregon is trying to sign Chip Kelly right now.
No. Oregon got the dude from some Florida school, wasn't he UCF or something?
No.
They got somebody.
No, they got Dan Lannon, the guy from he's from Georgia. I'm trying to tell y'all right now. He's the defensive coordinator from Georgia. So he has the Oregon job.
One thing's for sure. With Urban Meyer getting fired, with still like 4 games left in the season, they ain't let him finish the season. I know it's some coaches that's so scared right now because the other owners might get happy feet and be like, man, I'm gonna do the same thing. And Matt Rule got to be crapping bricks right now.
But Matt Rule ain't caused no problems though. Matt Rule ain't grabbing on 25-year-old girl ass in the club right after a loss either.
But he just not.
Hey, you want to know what coach is shivering after seeing this news though?
At least it ain't on tape.
Yeah.
The coach that's clutching his pearls right now after finding out about Urban Meyer is old dude in Houston.
But why? He got dealt a shitty hand, man. Yeah. You can't get mad at him for getting dealt a shitty hand. and the answer to 3/4 of your problems is sitting on the bench, but he can't play.
No, he
or
can
won't
play.
play.
No, he
Or
can't
won't
play.
play.
They ain't got the balls to play him.
Yeah.
Why can't he
I
play?
would play
He's not on the exempt list. He's very
not.
eligible to play.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they. I think it's the
play
owner won't play him. I'd play his ass.
They scared the Me Too movement go come at the game and blow the
Hey,
whole
bro,
stadium up. Or something.
y'all do know that the owner for the Houston is friends with Busby, the lawyer that's filing all these charges, right? Y'all don't think no conspiracy? Y'all don't think nothing fishy about that?
Busby,
the whole
he
thing
denied
stinks,
that they were
man.
friends. We know they neighbors, but he denied that they was friends though.
Okay.
He claimed he don't know him.
They kick it. They kick it.
Hey, come have a drink with me, brother. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, bro.
Yeah.
They know, listen to me. They know that shit. They know that shit was fabricated. Deshaun tried to get the hell up out of there. I don't blame him. If you got rid of my whole roster, I try to get the fuck up out of there too. No matter how big my contract is.
Yeah, top of the
man.
I got to go.
Hey, hopefully, this is what I want. And I know we was talking about Urban Meyer and him possibly going back to college after he got fired. But now that leaves a coaching spot open for Jacksonville. I don't know which way they go with it. I don't know if your coach in Kansas City Bieniemy gets another interview. I don't know if they interview. Maybe Mike Tomlin gets fired, and I don't know.
Mike Tomlin ain't getting fired. He ain't getting fired.
Hey, look, somebody's got to come in there and save Sunshine from being a bust, and it's not a rookie coach.
Deion Sanders.
No.
I wouldn't even trust Deion.
No, I wouldn't want to put Deion in that
predicament
because you got so many issues beyond Sunshine. You got so
listen,
many
they're not there. If you look at that roster, it's not that bad of a roster. It's just a bad coach roster.
Now you right.
They got talent on offense. Maybe they don't have the right quarterback. Maybe they do. We don't know because that offense has been so crazy. They don't even know what the hell they're doing. You still got a running back on the shelf that is going to be a decent running back in the NFL. He just ain't played yet. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a bad roster. It's not a bad look like that. It was just badly.
Defense is nasty.
It was badly coached.
Yeah.
Urban Meyer, that game doesn't. I mean, think about this, right? Who is the last successful Ohio State quarterback?
In the NFL or in
the NFL?
Oh, in the NFL, shit.
Minus Justin Fields, because Justin Fields he's the exception, but he's a Georgia commit first, right? He just ended up at Ohio State.
The last
successful Ohio State quarterback
was Terrell Pryor when he switched to receiver.
Exactly. So his and I agree. I agree.
Was he not 100%. Good at receiver though? Was he?
He was
at Cleveland.
He was pretty decent. He's just an athlete. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't bad.
Squad with Cleveland though.
Yeah.
Okay, so that offense is tailored around that style of quarterback, right? That's the kind of offense that they run. It's a high power, fast pace, throw the ball as far as I can down the field, let my receivers run up on it. That's just what we do, right? Urban Meyer coached that football forever, and he was successful with it.
Mm-hmm.
They run the same type of offense now. That type of offense right there does not translate to the NFL. What made anybody think that Urban Meyer was going to be successful? Because it's his offense. He calls the plays.
I thought he was never the right hire. I thought it was a popularity hire because of his Florida days, being in that same area, being popular, sell some tickets. I mean, you got a new quarterback that's supposed to be the up and coming next best thing at quarterback. But no, I just thought he was never the right guy. He was already off on the wrong foot. He made too many stupid mistakes that were small and they snowballed into just a whole big bag of mess.
Right. He made mistakes at Ohio State too.
Yeah.
Well, and that was my point on why I'm saying that's why you don't touch him now. You let him sit for a couple of years and don't touch him.
He already sat for a couple of years.
And let him sit some more.
How much money do you think it'll take to get Tony Dungy back into coaching?
He too old, man.
You don't think he'll do it?
Yeah,
but probably in his late 60s.
Yeah, he's in his late 60s. You gotta, and he getting good money at NBC. That ain't no money to sneeze at.
Where's
He's super
Caldwell?
chill.
Where's Caldwell?
Jim Caldwell.
Yeah.
It's still probably, I don't know.
Wasn't he the one that was on Tony Dungy's staff when they worked with Peyton Manning?
Yeah, but Caldwell was able to take the Colts and still make them a good team. Took them to the Super Bowl, and then when he gets the job in Detroit, I still don't know how he lost his job in Detroit. He was the only coach that actually got Detroit going in the right direction, and he got him in the playoffs. And next year they fire him and get Matt Patricia. You saw how that worked.
It's the same thing that happened with Mike Singletary when he got San Francisco going on the right track, and they got rid of for the Harbaugh. Yeah,
it's the same thing they did with Avery and Golden State and gave the job to Steve Kerr.
Oh no, you're talking about
Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson gave the job to Steve Kerr.
But that was something else though. He had to run in with the owner.
Yeah,
that was something else, man.
True.
But same thing what they did with the Raheem Morris when he was with Tampa Bay.
Yep. Hey, they did it to Lovie. No, they did it to Lovie Smith too to get Bruce Arians in there. Oh, no, Lovie Smith. It was Dirk Cutter. My fault. They was in love with Dirk Cutter.
You remember the quarterback that they had when Raheem Morris was in Tampa Bay?
Josh Freeman.
Josh Freeman.
Yeah,
he reminds me so much of Trey Lance. He reminds me of
Trey Lance. They look alike.
So much,
that's fair.
So much, man. Yeah,
they look alike.
Same body type. I'm not saying they play alike, but they got the same body.
But they're similar. Just Josh Freeman. Josh Freeman
was a little bit bigger. He was a little bit bigger.
Josh Freeman was a little bit bigger. Josh Freeman probably weighed about 240. He's a big dude. Josh Freeman like Dak Prescott size. Josh Freeman was a big boy.
Why he ain't paying out?
Huh?
What happened to him?
So he got traded. He got traded mid-season, and they traded him to Minnesota. He tried to come in the first week in Minnesota and start a game, and he laid a fat egg, and they never played him again.
And went got Kirk Cousins. Yeah,
and he fell off. But he wasn't a terrible quarterback.
No.
Yeah.
I know Josh Freeman because he played at Kansas State, and when I was going to Kansas City, he's actually from the town, so they loved him in Kansas City. But yeah, he was just he just wasn't given the proper chances, man.
Yeah, he probably a manager at Thigh Stop now, but all right, so but yeah, man. Hey, that's hey man. We ran long, man. We were supposed to go 2 hours. We went 3 hours. So my apologies for that, man, for keeping y'all this long, man. But yeah, man.
It's all good, dog.
Next Tuesday, we back at it again, man. Hey, check us out. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. If you watch via
Freeman
Facebook,
is an FBI agent.
No way.
No wonder. That's interesting. That's real interesting. I like that.
That's a real career change switch up.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I like that. But he ain't fooling nobody. He undercover 6'5", 250, trying to infiltrate the Black Panthers. Big dude,
something wrong with you, dog.
You don't want today, man.
Let me get on your team, homie. I'll push that coke for you. What you call? What is he up there trying to use slang? Yeah, I'll push that white girl for you. Man, if you don't go on somewhere,
I'll push the white girl for you. Hey, boy, if you don't get your former NFL quarterback looking ass up out of here.
Oh, D-end looking ass. Big as a defensive end.
Man.
You about shell, man.
Man, that's funny, man. That's funny. Hey, man, but like I was saying, man, don't forget to check our sponsor out, Sports Cave. Visit their website, visit them on IG as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share the feed. Make sure you tell everybody about the podcast, Man Down Podcast Network on YouTube. And if you just feel like you want to listen to us while you're in the car and you don't want to watch us on YouTube, then you can do that. Just go ahead and go to Google Play or iTunes or any of those places that got podcasts on it, and you can check us out. Just type in Man Down, or type in Corey's Crazy, or type in Cowboys Suck, or anything like that, man. Just type those things in and you'll find us.
9 and 4, baby.
Man, y'all are lucky 9-4. Y'all so lucky.
Good
y'all
defense.
So lucky, man.
Yeah,
hey,
defense win championships.
Hey, good defense and making things a lot easier for you, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But that's it, man. Oh, last thing I wanted to say, man. I'm in 3 fantasy leagues and 1 pick'em league, and I'm top 3 in all of them. I just wanted to say that.
Oh my God.
Am I still
one game? Boy, you've been holding on to that one game.
I'm at number 1.
You've been holding that one game for like the last 3 weeks, bro. You've been
Man.
holding on by one game the last 3 weeks. I don't know how the hell you've been doing it. That little rabbit foot you got, the little lucky lotto numbers. You need to pass them to your boy because you must be doing something righteous because God love you.
Yeah, I know, man. And I'm about to win my fantasy leagues too, Lamar. All 3 of them.
Man, I didn't shit the bed on my fantasy team. I'm about done. I'm about ready to delete the app and everything, dog.
Hey man, you got to see Corey's squad. It's man.
Well, IR all over it.
Man, it's bad.
I done got rid of everybody, man. Everybody hurt.
You ever seen a sad sandwich?
Just flop.
It's just bread.
Yeah, what it is, man.
all the meat and the lettuce and fell out.
No, it ain't
wet bread at that water sandwich.
A sad sandwich is when you don't have no meat or no lettuce or no tomato to put in it, no mayonnaise. That uses just 2 pieces of bread, and we sprinkle a little bit of salt on the top,
some water,
some flavor,
and smash that thing together. Tear it up, man. Sometimes put some
water on it. Help you wash it down.
All right, man. I'm out of here, man. I'll see y'all next Tuesday, man. Peace.
Good.